to foreign school for no quite report by police just say he see no pepe say about 22-23-year-old girl. It's a girl no crash or kwako show be aban. One no. And I said consume where you nobody innocent, nobody knows. Nobody knows. In fact, per the police report, and let me say the family at the statement about say there were concerns say omuhunu no. Now the body part in the baby tutu. The busha force and yellow crack. Exactly. And Obutu was saying nobody knows. The police report in it say omuhunu no, and as a body in the bio. Blood was oozing from his nose, from her nose. Exactly. It's in another whom film moja. It's another they can confirm. It's another pay and on the postmortem to establish the reason and I said cause of a year new. Now, you're in a university that no baby the course, especially boys and girls. Baby,
you know what fascinating level in I pay.
Yeah, it's like second year student. About 22, 23 years old.
22.
Yeah.
And yes, so you know, so you're then.
She's very bubbly on social media. She's very bubbly on. Oh, I've taken time to read.
Promising.
Yeah.
So to me, we school no establishing who we are.
Pictures.
Pressure.
Nice girl, nice young lady.
Meet me a catch you say 50 die or you're in a panama and papa monada. And bad news are who. Are there about time be a thrown SEU?
Exactly.
Or bad time be a dear who's thrown a life.
Exactly.
And SE. So Baby would any who crew open. Because who knew one idea happy or what you know.
And I say, what's what to a pan is here? I know a day.
And Yana who met your man who was who told me from Mama one in Rantia Bay.
Come, Baba. Baba one of six. Man,
so yeah, why? Well, my young Kufui just take a crack as to baby out. Not many class won't declare baby or come who baby cry. And you bet me a track here. So why honor call you that particular time? No, I didn't copy a pum.
Exactly.
I offer pressure away and free now for Trimu
Debbie
and almost dear.
And you see, sometimes I will be even a stigma on them. Society, you know. I'm a man for raise all kinds of exactly. A whole lot of things.
The one coin
never cut to so. And Kayi, I don't pay the best. Say, your man almost call universities, and I don't feel say that is their time. I agree, I do hoping. But we were some maybe call university on the catch them. Or the David say, Bible Mudian, some in Tuma, but I mean, Kai says, Tina no. Mention me to my gonna say that has been my guiding principle as a young boy out to date. Timmy Bibia, to my gonna dear. We share to my gonna my kai. Me mama foot to the man and so by but yes, I don't pay a can.
School you'll be a big copy. Who did the Obemanasa?
Exactly.
It's sad. Say, oh, values to free fear no de qua. Yani who kakra who be any bilono.
Yeah.
Uma chira will say,
yeah, my
no, Timoya double soa, no one kais or Fasamba or Fabini baby. Or Fabia ni baby. It will be ni baby or best sorry about was where do a chinty or when we are for Neko. When Yami Beshira walk of them, and now they are Basakan year. But you're very promising. You really know me. And can you meet the Nibesi baby?
Come on, nice girl. You know,
I was in one year for Crow in Nipa.
Oh, I'm just saying that very nice girl. I mean,
beautiful girl. Beautiful. So, Bemachina could I know you speculating. Said you would see, I will don't go school no town son with you. Man, come a crown a berrasho. Put me first degree career and can croon baby baba. When young Kupona in him the acoso so be Nipa Bonini be and a dinner way of Fro can be a Yakuno did not go to baby. And now so say a day, I run a tardy, a poet me rata de Jabrezi and a
yes, more. It's not a roy. It's enough said that call now Onya and we can trace it. Probably it's a phone or on Quadia. Say, the phone we can trace the phone. No, na yashe. And I say, the number of crana, you between my empty and my between my trace phone. No, now I'm machine number crawl or Freya or Casse war banner. Yeah, between me tracy. Now the sense should be a co investor, my share money and Chibi, a yen 2 a man 4, yen 2 or 4. Any demois. Because no parent wants to hear this. They say, not to hear this. And let me say that the Ministry of Education say, thorough investigation to unravel the here. The police from UCC a campus. On my investigation and a postmortem because one day and they don't want to cry. A man, 2.5 months here. And I put it as a provision for you this one. And should I get this?
Ambassador Victor Beho.
Victor Beho.
At the age of
91. That's true. No, Kwenibia, 91 is opening him.
Was some papa. Messing the credentials and Kwesi, I try
I think it was the foreign minister under Rollins.
Foreign minister under Rollins. And obey a permanent representative of United Nations.
Exactly.
More than 10 years.
True.
And Okoye MP, a one lot constituency.
Right. That's true.
And just say, what born a home day. When you mention a lawyer, so I know repute to Ujinaye, I will mind no emotion, Pepe, the Pamomanentna. Right, and and when you only be some you, Kwesi be told you more one this Monzan, your man. So, yeah, time media, ye more fetch your mind
looting the state. Yeah, we are looting the state. Anopedia, that is a quick information for you. Meeting Kwesi Parker Wilson, Anopedia,
Akua Asiedua and Nemoshia. Ebusan for free sabi Kwesi 9:30 bebo. Ya dia ye ni Nyankopon de brena maye nti yenso ye be brifumo information wo ho bia nkomo e wo ho bia no ya tena se anope ye bedi Kwesi 9:30 bebo ye be sorry na ye de aka nyina ma sometime otu champo ene sports crew nom de matwa so nkomo ketenkete na ye de afemu no ye de message of motivation ya Bosch by Electric House na afa ho ka beba ye wie pa na ye de weather no ene ne forex news atwaso kwese no enso ni tigu anwumre no me wabusuan fie se wa wunim kwese ada de abusuan na se obesra ya che oba fie ache panyi ba kote wo se enso ye to enu bi na eyiri no wo hwese de eto no a e be yiri wo ba bi pe no enso ne to pa na eno aso video no me hwe wo ne ho a wo ka se metro agency aboye ko
oh yes
se ye be hu more of this
yes
ma ya ma ye ni enko ho na yentoto niema yi ye the weather forecast beba ye the sikasam ehwo nkomo beba afi ye wi sports ebeto aso newspaper headlines in the review ye the beto aso Ghana te sen beba health and lifestyle room and afi agenda no na between 8 and 9:30 ye be sorry and ye be telephone lines na monsuma be movie ye the munyina asema akwaba e de ba yedwuma so
right so we start for the pay quickly the show is airborne you go for your message of motivation which is always brought to you by Oyerepa Electricals. Ebusiafara pay a message of motivation is from a lady by name Marie Carey. Or see, I can't just say nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. Or say, boy, nothing in life is to be feared. Rather, it is only to be understood. Now, this is the very moment, the very time to understand more so that we fear less. Yeah, all kind of opinion.
Marie Carey, ni full name no Maria Salomia Sklodowska Carey. Were Polish, from Poland. Na Marie Carey na dodo etainim no. Were Polish and or naturalized French physicists and a chemist and so. Into physics, yeah, yesuan wo school and chemistry no. Nioma bebre wo ha mo na propound ya. What they buy, waji 1903, waji Nobel Peace Prize. And you can imagine, said ye, or be born a homodin, it will reassay. Well, on 7th November 1867, I was Warsaw, and no Poland, and my Ekropon emo, and 4th July 1934, at the age of 66, I was Passy, ya no ewo France na ne kunu e de Pierre Carey ne ma eye Eve Irene o maiwa mienu e na yeso no na discover radium e na fe polonium nti chemistry ne physics na asem ne yekan na wofo ewo no e wa ha okọ University of Paris e na okọ University oye oto aso na awards nso de oji Nobel Peace Prize oji Nobel Prize in Chemistry John Scott Legacy Medal and Premium chess awards no nya bebre ewo ho Marie Curie asema wo kana no pe o se enkwa ene obra ye buhwi ni wo sese ye ohu bibie ni wa enwanwa enisa mane ye ohu na wusuro bebre sa na emom tene oma ase se wo tene oma ase esesa ne oma de ba wo level la bibie happy bia enya onwanwa na enya ohu sese no ene bre no ya esese wo bo ohu mode na wo tene oma ase ese se ubesuro isuro every life Bible kura se esuro se ya de nyina odon so edi mu a epamo ehu wo yehufo a you will die before your real time.
Exactly.
Obi say ehufo ni wumpre no esan so wo kura nsa na ni wo time na
nkasa no wo time
me da say nti Marie Curie say nka nche wa no pay say bibia ni life we mu a esese ehunu na wo na emo bra no wo ba tiase wo te brase a kwesi no ma bebre enya onwanwa BBC a you know obedwen ho ba ku mienu 2 or 3 days bi no we jam no we moving on because wo ti ase wo se kanipa life ewo ya be ya ye kan ya na kwan na fa so ba no e na ya but ewo kanipa ho ye nya wo nkwa de e den ya dakoro me former boss Mrs. Ajiman Capital Radio na kan si Yesu amba a wo boko enti fa show tirim sa dakoro Yesu amba a wo boko enti enti e kan life ho nsuro bebre nemum ne wo ye no te life no ase a bibia ye ordinary man ususu fa ne o ma serious ususu tete because they say no wo TTP a stress ne crowd the pressure ba enti dwene wo life ho e say bibia ye normal na eba movie asen when at the crone beba nemo enye nuru ho na wo yire ho na bipewe nso bia na kwezi o race ususu kra enye nuru ho te life asese life ne move e peace baako na wokomienu na akomiensa nuru ho na wo yire ho kofa eno na distress bre no ti Marie Curie we preacher chen no paper we wuko dada de enso se en kanche o se wo ti life we ase a bibia your ordinary man bibia ne ho a wo be overwhelmed wo ho move on ade kro ne beto ho a na wa enjoy bi ne wo chinchinchi a won sentiment nka no just let go ne move on.
Right, James Afanopedia, that's our message of motivation for you this Monday morning, the 15th of June, 2026. Quickly, and check your Wadano for the next 24 hours. Ebusiam anope we share the current situation that largely ensure ewo wiem to the extent that even Tamale is doing about 55% chance of rain. We cannot read in Tamale. 55% chance of rain. Now Greater Accra, according to GMET, 93% chance of rain. So there's a huge possibility say show ebeto ewo enkan for certain so toy and brand so toy. According to GMET in show be top. Here in Ashanti region we are doing 85% chance of rain. And also there's a huge possibility that you're going to throughout the night. Almost about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and Sana 80. It's 85% chance of rain is an indication. Then you should know a best top. It's largely across the country in India. And say you should know it's for man no. Sana change no. My so that is another update for the next 24 hours. Quickly, then Ghana is against the dollar and other major trading currencies.
Ebusuanfo yesika sam no said the exchange rate in tie anopai Bank of Ghana figures were released the amaye na bosome no abum pepepe na otwemienu ene ne ache fanti aka fa ye de beto aso baby a dollar ni gina no 11.04 ukoto na ukoton a enam 11 ho no according to Bank of Ghana. Pound sterling enam 14.72 ena euro enam 12.71 Canadian dollar 7.8 ena yuan Chinese RMB no nam 1.63 inti Bank of Ghana figures no said they were releasing amaye ene anopay enie ti mo mobile transactions ahodo mobile transfer bi akomo mu business partners ana obi ama ne okakra bi a eja wo de kɔ no akɔpɛ nsesan na wo de abɔ wata so no da bi esika na ho de gina according to Bank of Ghana ena ye de amamo no ye wie ni sei a na ye boa ye ho akwakotie sports na World Cup ni guso a ekoso ne nura ade a Germany eye akura sao no nyame anim no kureni na ne mo hye miensa nan bi kura mo nworo o mo ho e Kwesi 7-1
and I say we crash 10 na I say obi share 10 na ananziza
Germany
7-1
say ni papa dey for pa o
and say o share board ye
ena ye
goals no e ma
that chebema comparative advantage yeah 7-1
no wash
Curaçao any Germany nura afi go ni bakura wo hu se nipa nya su bi wo se ball no go ni door so sa
na the police na
o suagun containing sa
say mu ye tan na se go ni but that is what the jubilation
now why apprehensive we see why I say why na ekoshe but go ni ba bebre sa no mo je so free 4 goal kono go ni bakura nse German wo ne tetewo sa anti anopai any news ICC ewo sports circles ni mo no yabo ni nyina de ba me de unu se Somalia you know referee no
yeah
na sem hia me party follow FIFA say ne benefits a omo ne ye nyina ye de be ma no egwom se na me ka say na say Canada kan so no na no akosi say
una sign
contract and o ma sign PSG ne ayi mu team no match kese ne so ama nti we stories bebre yabo ano a ye de ebremu Solomon Carter aye krado ntwa ye ho nkomra ekoba up next sports right.
For Yamamo special good morning, marvelous Monday morning. Ebrason sports tidbits bre ewo OBT so ene anope Black Stars in Komo P ewa ha and a FIFA World Cup matches over the weekend. Said ye koye and highlights ni nyina behebi ewo jumedi ni so ene anope midin Eddie Solomon Carter. Yes, Eddie Afriket, ESO Kreku, Nasye, na Ghana, Black Stars, community engagement to Rhode Island, Biaya, campaign for your first game in Panama, Ebebon Nyamea Domoa Ukwada, na engagement na say, and a cat, catch Ghana for me PMO say, matches me and son, Dianim or World Cup group stages, or GDA SAB winning Nina.
Committed and who are ready to give up 1,000,000% for our great country called Ghana. And just like I said, was it yesterday during the raising of the flag? We have 3 oppressors. We have 3 oppressors facing us, confronting us as a country, as a team. The first oppressor is Panama. The second is England. Believe me and trust me, the second is England. And the third will be Croatia. We'll cast all of them.
Abdul Fattah Ishaku so winger the Black Stars of Ghana or say omo ye Jumaden said be Ghana for ebe support omo no ombe make you omo proud.
So far so good. The energy and everyone in camp is ready, and the training is going on well, and we are just getting ready. For me personally, I enjoyed the training we are doing so far, and I think it's positive because I can see changes, and we are getting fit and getting ready for the game. I feel amazing because it's always a dream come true to be part of a World Cup team, and I'm privileged to be part of the team, and this is the second time. And the first time was experience, and I learned a lot, and I think I'm going to put in a lot to help the team to get to the better position. With the look of the team, I have so much confidence in our team, and the guys, everyone in the team is ready, and the training we are doing is helping, and I think it's going to make us more fit to improve and to help the team move forward. My message
na Fatawi Shakuye na Brandon Thomas Asante ono so ekasa na unim se ne na Ghana team no free Rhode Island rem Toronto ho na ye ne Panama game no eba so Brandon Thomas Asante si team no omo potential say goals pa de enye na emfama e be she goals bebree group stages nim.
Of course, as I started playing, it was something that was always in my mind, and of course it was. There's always a conversation with having multiple heritage. You have sometimes if England, when they come to watch a game when you're younger, or they watch the whole team, you think there's that conversation, and then there's Jamaica, of course, which there were conversations. Then when eventually the Black Stars were that conversation started, I was over the moon. Oh. Wow, honestly.
Black Stars is Black Stars.
Yeah, you know, because not to go into when I was younger again, but when there were games, I remember there was a game against Brazil at Craven Cottage. There was a game in my hometown against Latvia where we won, and I always say to JP, I got his autograph when I was young. There was a game against England at Wembley. Asamoah Gyan scored, so I remember celebrating Baby Jet like there was no tomorrow. So then, when eventually it's you, it was special. It was special. I even the camp before I first came.
Afe yenwe ewo World Cup matches a weekend eba so efiada memenda ene kwesiada games a wodo pi ene itodwa na Morocco ene Brazil ebo 1-1 enra Germany ehye Curaçao 7-1 Netherlands ene Japan ebo 2-2 Ivory Coast ehye Ecuador 1-0 honoma other games a eba so no and also Tunisia Emma Sweden ne kanan a wo mo ete ekanimu bako ekanum Emma Tunisia ete ekanim bako nti so far African countries are ebo modern no Morocco and afroma ni din the Ivory Coast. Highlights of games enra ene memenda etodwa no ye obi ewa ha. Yajina so ede agudie mu nsem esi obi te so ene anopei ye kro na dwumadie no ato so ede amamedin ede Solomon Carter.
Oyerepa TV, Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, Oyerepa TV, the number one.
your tax in Asia. Yeah, remember that your money can end in the pocket of some corrupt leader, or your money can be that money that is used to buy guns and ammunition to kill women and children in Africa, because your government gives it to Africa as aid. So put pressure on your government to do more to stop.
So I'm very much Akua about Oyerepa breakfast time. So Jumedi no OBT said America akanu Jumedi edru so no ye de do brokata pense mu na ebrem medi ede na na ma entifo as usual menkofo no ewa ha Akua Asiedua one Kwesi Parker Wells, and my people are here. They are seated in glory. Mwase ba kwase take Kwesi Parker Kwesi ni peach.
See the peach.
Na wo she. Minimum colors. And now where you na bo mu no tie no.
Yeah, the bomb.
Ebo mu say. Asa wa bobel to be say.
Say there. I don't to me esiri mu no. Ne tie na ebo ni minimum no. Ene where you no kopa. Na me so me colors na asa kakao.
Oh, colors in there in black.
The colors na efe. And then we are brightening the screens. Ebusiafo. Me fana Mary se me kan cho say isinsuo so ai.
Me try Mary, yes mama. Mary
a fi we dey ba bedru.
No say ba na ho komo na che.
Yan fa nkwane nam dua yo.
Wa raise appetite na che. Nton famra ye twen no.
Okay. Ebusiafo yen sha ase ye daily graphic truth and accuracy every day, which are Ramahama Ayerga honorable Nifoni Ewa majority leader in parliament. Nifoni at the house said defend democratic governance. Mama Ayerga rallies young citizens and Kata Yimu and Anope Afe Obasroha. High Court quashes detect directive on Costa Rican University doctoral degrees, and also in Chemu page 13 Afi 310,000 students benefit from no stress fee policy, and also in Chemu page 13 and afi ne kwakwa mu graphic edimu aseha graphic stambic breakfast meeting banking cyber security experts discuss digital fraud tomorrow. Okay, and also in Chemu page 53 kratai emu siteka
mami fanfi high court ne GTEC asem no GTEC yi wo hoda but it seems as the last year 1 year and 2 years ni omo crack the way prepare sa na sese enye sa enkrofo de ma fake bebrebe ba fra system no omo ba ye omo bo bi mu minimum no ye hu se bi mu de ye fake e na de ne de nye fake so wetimi defend ne de ama ya te ase na ne emse court kan ho asem ye degrees bi na free Latin America ho be because Costa Rica dey say Caribbean ho e say emse no omo jitum nye ye but so nipa no wadanse ye say wakoya de ne nko ade a o de ba wo say ujitum so degree there baby ade degree say the Ghana de ne de ko baby I recognize no say baby ko na nipa ne koje no ne nso ye recognize institution a omo award degrees a whether ye PhD say ye masters degree bi a degree nti ye de court na adwene be ko benkrom because court be ma ruling no why investigation ye hunu say na dance ye true do ansa no de abenti GTEC ne so mo relent on mo den mo bo say ye best sanitizer system no because so nipa bibini no o man 1 inch award be 1000 inches be ka ho ada na wunye PhD na so kita PhD wo yes ana na yesuro wa na asa na ho ayehu uni bia ye wo se etwe waso ba de o wona ne de genuine no ye ma ne emfa na yi emfa nante me pesa me kan kakra fa yera majority leader asem no and so who say defend democratic governance mama Ayerga rally no meburu ne de ku no mo pew so uti o mo asem ne o mo nkeka na ya na me de che o mo because o mo nhye danim ku no ne o ma etime de ba e na Ghana ha ku ni bebre aba e na yeda so te de yeti enti se bibi wo mo ebetimi asesa ne o ma o ho mete e wa ban fufuru mu a bompa ye se o time obeso mfie nan na de kokromoti no te ase a akoto aba na de asesa wadwen amai bebre fa ku mu but amai a edi ye wo wiase ye amai a edi democracy ye adwuma ye na wo se edi no krema ye ho anopa na me Kwesi ka ambassador the late Victor Beho asem we free mu over the weekend ye di ne ho nkomo aka se enipa ne bebre abe sacrifice ama Ghana pa o ba ye bre isu nipa de ye mu luti ye pe bibie di akoma ye busuafo ye pe bibie akofie or enter politics and with mentality say okoye yie no de aboa ne namfo no ne girlfriends ne ne boyfriends ne ne busuafo na eno na de ahokyere enso ba corruption bebree nyina eno na de ba nipa no sika bebree akodi nipa ba ko mienu miensa di botom to the disadvantage of the majority enti de yurayare ga kan de sa na sese but ahometi amebunu ne hometi nti oni obi kasa na obi telephone line no de abetum ena sojafo me for man no Ghana sojafo afada enso yeda so te se de yeti yenti en me de ti ameti he enwo ne nya option ma me yenkoso ame ne majority leader ya adwen na yenhu di democracy ni ye na enye kura ye bie ye pono ye pon yetimi san ko fie ku ne ba oyira ne ho ofe no onipa bi te o mantam a ho ye na hibatu unim wo hoda kura no atwetwa be so abefa no wo wanim ye gya wona so obeye nipa bi ewu a na ye wa wasem nti ye ma wo hu enioma ye good governance in democracy etumi de ba freedom nko a wo no enye enough ye meka afa ho no
so in democratic nations I'm say Africa there and shadam boy sa
in fact
that is the truth of the matter. Say yeah, democracy na African. The only proper democracy and say election saba na pakotoaba. But if you look at all the other branches of it now, yen shedanya and home faso kroma. And the girl was asking a question about I think yeah democracy. You asked a question about the end development, but I was make the point that China is not practicing really proper democracy.
Now, they vote. Some delegates
of course, but they are not practicing proper democracy. But they have developed.
Yeah,
it's of course, I disagree with Ayasu. But then, you're finding a way for a democracy. Everyone are bought him before.
Yeah.
Because it is not benefiting the people. A lot of the young ones are losing faith in our democratic processes. And that is why at the slightest provocation, we are saying, and I should have formed the form mind. And this young man of Burkina Faso is even giving a lot of people credence. Say, I should have formed the far. But maybe I want to more. It depends on the kind of people who are leading the process. It's, the democracy, they say, over 30-something years. And the other time I was asking myself, over 30-something years, problem back Ben and Ghana by Bitinia Casaneba, my Soviet year for the problem in the hobby. And I said, problem no very there is not. It's a party democracy. So you all must be careful in handling it. And I say, detect for the end. Some people went to court. Among degree from the school, no, course and detect and your purpose a day. So the court had to look at it and really it's a court and say it is recognized. Detect and yet fair to them because detect for now at some point, according to court document, at some point, edge on mutumo, and they said by saying and it's almost a degree and your papa. So they should provide further and better particulars to back their claim. I tell you about 20 something. And I'm court, yeah, and I'm called degree or university. And I'm the court in the area, and then they are being recognized. I change, we are the best one if you have to move on them.
Okay. Me for the daily guide, the Wakata and Twaso, Ghana's favorite newspaper. Esroha and Wicha Obonibi and Eneba, Omunfoni Ewaha. Police close probe against Niharika Honda and a Basan. Okay. Nti no asem e katai emu na Otia was declares bid for MPP National First Vice Chair and also e wo ha asem kese a anopai e wo guide enimu Glower punches holes into GKO revenue comparisons enu enchemu e wo page 3 afei wo bana se ha wo twa agric minister enfoni e wo ha ora Eric Opoku I say we can't farm with promises to government to tell Kwafo and Ekatre aban essay and agric ministry ni say what do one don rea what one no don rea e bi wo
rea ni en kase e bi wo kasa na do so omo say omo ntumi mfa promises kasa nkofo kan anaso aban bosha keka aban esese no ne no metumi e dia yekua omo so action na no masika insani emra from
Angela list elected Mines Chamber V. Okay. And Mami Angela listing. And I elected say or vice president for Chamber of Mines. Okay. Inti. And who was and no mining group miner. Yeah. Okay. And enshemu e wo kratai emu page 3 e wo ho afa ne kwakwam psychiatric hospital OPD get facelift. Okay. Inti. Unya kratai obe otumi enya psychiatric hospital ben asem ena ye kan pantan na de hina. Okay. And anka for inshemu LP6 stick here.
Psychiatric hospital no say here there.
Yes, you nya facelift.
Okay. You read story ni komo you devil no detail nti be hu de ensem no ka omu hia me de me nya opportunity akosra obi wo Accra de ne da musan kan woni bi wo pantan ene bi wo Accra yankasa be bi a cathedral Catholic kese ne wo no wo asalam down ho electoral commission for ne nche ho no metimi akogoda nyame ani no kuni ne nyama nkoyi kon pipi through omu windows hwe omu dormitories ana meka no cause bank bears ibi no mo de daso and you could see say nipa ni bi wo ha ni o makora wo ne ho no tie bi ayare e na aba ma me ba ku bi amekai ma mpanyi e ma ne nana no ma besra no na ni o ma ya twede abre no ni ma ne tu ka akọ ya no so start cheche oyi melo na wo hwe we ni ma no de no oyi me ka no ni ma ya 17 day ibo so me ni e beba Mami say wa so be yachi o. Ai, mami peni, me so hwe ne morning suit a shano, ne bathroom slippers a shano, and ne Kwesi, me to me na mi afemi so. Me say yare ani mu ya hare papa.
Mo jire so.
No, the contemporaries na right. Obi bet me the contemporaries na ukọ situation o ha. Mema omo ho eden kakra omo anu omo na ayewu. Banku ni no mani omo na etwi. Omo a ne ho to no obi okra oye okay ba o dispense mu obo anesese no utimi no ni matwero nti do ye ama monyima no befu waduro Kwesi Parker no omo ho to omo ba no nti life wo ho no eye but ye betimi pick game ne kakra ye de bi be ka ho na le si na me se ma me na ochiche milo no na ye me ya o de mo so no magic o. Now, how would you collect everything back? I feel nice if you buy, you know. No, see, any money was watching. I will be on so you the better baller. But the year come up, see, and say, Omu here special care. Any panel walk on moon, Omu here special care. Ubia when you bear beating. Now, 7 and I'm on Baby share, which a bit me up to be a Tisa Wanda sorry, Utipai one when you're malaria. A inti yen. Said the bear dachi bino yen kasa omu ye be a second class nipa and also say nipa ne bi nipa se bi yare na ato omu nti se nya facelift aye anka fo so de no me nya opportunity me kofa adan ne ho na emu menwuram hu se utime fa bypass wo besi pedu ho Wesley girls echi ho baby and wo dan wo ho fan ase de ya penti ho no utime se mu ya eno so so yema yen ya yen ni omu so so ye nipa to say na yemu yare ene do makwa kopi ye meka no no
Kwesi
right say I kind of now can the last time I drove past there I say our manifesto
and e bia na wasam no ya painted down no
from the outside no show see do my design
no kra be di krum say relocate anka ye
but there was a conversation and some of no there was a conversation I remember be serious banter between the parties. Thank you. We look at you. I'm so more Thomas.
Obi ye krakra no free wa.
For some development near that. Them by talk about and I'm say I'm for resistance. I'm that so ever on. To be so and I think farmers for the
Akua for no.
You know we agree. Say kasa.
And toponko. Kasa tintin toponko.
So what show mo bo. So obey ABC the aboma. You have to deliver on your promise. And now saying the Ministry of Finance and they are great ministry. They were just engaged in some needless budget war on social media. We see Mama Uska, we see Minsanke Iskano. She said, na time.
We say letter, ma.
Time.
If
na omo because the Deputy Finance Minister has gone to say that they are giving almost about 85% of the budget allocation to the Agric Ministry. And Agric Ministry see there be omo yes Now, our budget location was about 910 million. This is 1.6 billion now. When they started can they said and their PROs will just engage in needless fight on social media. When you never see them said penny be at home. Don't just science movie. But the point I'm making is that so what shake if you are for bar. So make sure you deliver. And nothing again a phobia dinner so talk about man based on the things you said. Then they were back. That's a wound the sooner says come and tell them why you're not paying them. And I said Naka so and you're not doing it. But say Dean as someone take you there. And I'm expecting them. Say the demonstration number you, say the number you to demand what is due. Them Mr. Say John Mahama. And it's 10 we know. Yeah, I'm fine channel. And DB will say you be able to make sure that the BA or the Mayan also the Mayan. It's a from your Maya say, and if they say they want to stage a demonstration because they are buying cash of the moment on farm or mommy, I'll support them. They should do it. The minister should come out and explain to us why they haven't gotten the things that or cash on by a moment. And I'm saying, I think there was a goal I was a protest and not to protest association. I'm going to talk about Chassis. How many KG for issues? KG is about to SKB. Ama NLA. Now, KG is a company on its own. They were making the argument say, I want to cheer more money than even Lotto operators are. Oh my God, because that's a one person against a group of people. It's send me one person, it's me cheer more money in terms of revenue taxes to NLA. I'm expecting to say a group of companies will pay much more than me as individual. But that intercom I say, Sabi.
Okay. Brandon McQuine, you see her happy birthday, call Amam. Nanama Quache, what's a large salia, Oton Toma, any materials, Dubai. If we Mineoba, and I say, well, mammy, you know, Menanama, any Minia Beman and Adam, so, and I see a Maya mammy, Nanama Quache, what's a large salia, Oton Toma, Dubai. Jumyama happy birthday, mommy. Yes, young coupon shop, no mount quatentia on diwum. Now, Oma and Shira Embrow so prom. Now, Oma will seek no, a be me can when I say, Yentre, a judianum. Now, and I bow and I sent to money a year near teacher. A year near the teacher free visit. Sika fee, Yakoboya maker. Happy birthday to you, mommy, and I'm a quache, a large salia, and I would say what on to my old Dubai, a jum. Young coupon shop, if you may know, now, so mammy, you know me. And name you bema and another so and an pay. Yes, Yankupo insure. Happy birthday, even so. I'll call Ama Winifred Mensa or Elmina and Yankupo insure if we Nana Bazas or say an pay Winifred Mensa or Elmina Nana Bas Zas. Oh, yes, a fatche, Nana Ba awesome. I say an pay Yamo happy birthday.
Yo, mention the happy birthday, Emma Emilia Fusu. I walk on them. If in an abwed or say and country or so due tomb. Odo pe wasem papa nyame enye okese na ontrete washim Emilia Fosu awo kronom happy birthday to you and a happy birthday ni bi onso me de kwama gifty asare ya ye typhoid we queer we fashion designer opamade e wo boase bra bebome efi na na mamu nyima ho we singer woto nwom e wo Mount Olivet Methodist asori mo boase bra bebome wo ka singing band ho na e wuni mo WhatsApp pa singing man for so wona nwom ye omo de kwafo ne de omo bo akiri na singing band de ne wono ye hya dan kire party no party no de be fa bia tonic sofa no timi de fa ansa nwom ne nko ha de a kwa master was sofa we de odin akwa singing band e wono de bia party ni timi fa enti gifty happy birthday to you na me the belated one so mama baby your sign bia enia omo ni madam for consignment ni mate oni ni course in Louis no do Central University nursing e wo ho Weslina editiwa Weslina or Presbyterian me ti di ni first but me say who committed was impact me corporate Weslina tiwa we a nursing student e wo Central University e wo Enkran Umiocho campus ho happy belated birthday to you if you nua o sign bia ho if me am go free ne maame ene aya maame ne maame so kra ye nua o takwa nti happy belated birthday to you onyankopon enhira papa happy birthday ni bi onso aba kwama adepatrice both adepatrice both eno George Bota ya owo this region ne ba antena seketoa emese career day no ya antena seketoa nti happy birthday to you efru papa George Bota Oyerepa TV na FM your reporter wo is in region ne ba adepatrice Bota onyame nhira papa na onye okese na nursing profession na wafa no a onyame mfa ho fam na ebenyini beye nipa papa ese Florence Nightingale na ji nipa bebre nkwa. Happy birthday to you Adepa Tracy Buta.
Kwesi
right ji omo mo di on birthday Facebook ni Twitter ni omo nyina no sia I don't know.
love it.
You love it. We want me a happy birthday. But I'll be doing the birthday. Sylvia. In fact, it was yesterday. But you more ECG or Tama. And that was her birthday. It's a or HR or ECG Tama. Sylvia will be on the pay Yamba the happy belated birthday from me, Joe, Emmy. Yeah, about happy birthday.
It was a Jadi Akano, I'm a Kwesi Asiedua the Ghana to sign the ITO, so meeting Eden and Mama into.
Awusiafo yema munyina achimbio Ghana to send breso na edri anopa baabi a ye ma ya pakan so a ye de akopie mu eye Ghana Eastern Region eye poemantamu ye kokwai bibrem kura ye frɛ no adonkro no ye wo achim municipality kwai bibrem municipality emu ensuo ne sane fom ye nyina ye nim se suso etie ya ensuo no de yo sa amasuku ko ayeden e de amamofra a wo ewo adonkro no eni nkroto a etwa ho ahia enye ho nko na emu nkro no bi a keka ho e wo mpotam ho no ni nyina efa ahokyere yoye mu menam so head teacher ya wo da school no ano ni na teacher fo na afi na nanom assembly members ni community ni mu nyina ni pampanyimfo e de wano atomu bi se classrooms adankra oni bi ena edan ne kra nso nya papa ene nso yi tutoi ebe okra ye de bre ena aboso bense enyunu efomu pa na esei enioma cupboards a wode won books begumu ene nioma hodo eboa adesua ene adekire no akoye bibia den de ama wo mo Samuel owusu ano eye yensem training a wono na to nkrai edi efri kwai bibre municipality ewo ochiman mu ede bre yenkotie na ma na ebo no bi
Roman Catholic Basic School wo mpatemu anomo na ohwe school yi omubobre mekire omunim de ni omadisua ekọ animu pa ehye mfran ahoho akese nanso awrawosam ne se school yi eni GHS blog inti emre bia no na ese omuskuzi omo na ohwe mi nifa so hanomo a blogger na ese nka etimi mane beye GHS blog no no na akansensemu no in fact by tutu anamon bebre through the assembly and through various NGOs are omoye into this education no ni na mu no bo no de aba enso akase ebe materialize na yetimi enya esonfaso enti me as an assembly member me wo electoral area hanu na me hwe school yi mo modern bo ne omobo bresisi a eyo how kese edman enu nti no aye me dadwen a ye pekwan a impo no se assembly ahebo na NGOs ni bi ahye yan bokra no ye pekwan fuso bi a enimeni ya no ebetimi ede aboa na etimi enya baabi ede ama ye mofrey the GHS no mwetimi asua ade pa
school ebae ache school a atete nipa bebre wo produe mu a eno nti me no ka se bebi a ye gine eye class 3 ya mofra ne tremu sua ade na nso mprempren a me no ka se de omu ni se de mo ha sanse nsuo muna na tope oso mu nyina efri edem ha se ekọ baby foforo afi nso school no bae no eni JHS na yewo baby a JHS for no ehia esua ade ema yesiesi omkudi omkotro BC
abusuafo we ene ensemo a yensem training no ebo ano na wodi efri kwai bibre municipality mu ede abrɛ ye kɔ ne nkyɛn dwuma ɛda efata ni wura no nti Samuel owusu anno ɛna ɛto nkrebae same ma akye
amejoso
anopai ana wate sɛ wadonkro no ni nkro atwa ho ahyia
Asem sena na ye hwebi e wo video no so no papa enyefe na enya kono so say a whole community like adonkro no e wo kwa bibre mansimu say wo fi den chembo na wo wura kwa bibre mu a eno no the first community a wo be hia ye achema adonkro no a population of more than 3,000 na ohwe suku adan ya yeyi e wo kasafidi so a na eya repo apata ya ye hwe no was supposed to be the JHS block before Esha yes one we see about 15 years ago ena ye jedi si hono school no ehwe ye na niema kwa ya hometie no ena omode apata ehwe edan ni mfimfia na JHS for no etnemu edisua de but see amene okasai no ensu Esha yes etope na wo se enkwala na ewo form 1 ne form 2 no ye pe baabi ede wo motena and currently JHS no was a form 3-4 na wie and in chama one room ababeda ho so sa one room na ababeda ho no and no more plywood achim e de ama form 1 and form 2-4 na and they know and then Monday obakọ no na enumu na nkwala na wa wom esua de enche ko basa ni manimu ye ye makwan ni bi na ye ma no ekọ manimu a form 3-4 no omo ni ba bi te omo a ewo KG ni mu no won akasa nso omo ni ba bi te school dan na akasa na esi ho no entense ye wo so nyina sebi enya kono enye papa enzo to ana eliki entubo say a class of maybe 15-20 no enzo to pe na was teacher ni no ebo ankwala no e wo one side e wo classroom because other side no enzo no e ba ho no mo and this is a very sad issue ekoso e wo kwa bibre mu a meka se achema donkro no RC school mu ho no e ya rebo na enye ho nko a achem adonkro no na salvation school e wo no eno mpo de me no kasa ni school dan e reform school dan ni reform because ahoye waterlog area enti ensu na totwa medan na kasa na sinyina ayi week ene se wo dan ni na ensu to kakra bi pena na ensu na wura classroom ho no enti mo so be ko na nkwala na tete ho no ma se so mo na agu nkonwa na so because unan si forma unan si ensu and to say ensu no beto ase no mo de praye apia ensu ni na ababonti an so na kwala a wote wo no ebetimi de ne nan esi forma obefele comfortable and ade we nyina wo ho nana mo a wo yo hena wo adonko no kodi o saberema sapo nkuma otoso mienu in fact wo heni e wo kronim ye wa assembly member a wo he video ni ma wono so kasa be kiresere almost solicit fund and the other support school no but eniema nkoyi enhwema ye ne say mining companies watch madonko no wo nante wo so e yi sika kakra almost 4 billion and wo mo nsaka ye nana ma trenkonya every assembly member ni team ne say wo mo fa sika ne mbra emeto wo mine futuom na wo mine na be ha de asi eye dan ne de amomo me no kasai about 3 months ni sika no yenim ba bi ewo yenim ba bi sika na fa yenim ne wo mo de sika na ye school dan no ne etia na tie contractor bi amba ho ye municipal assembly led by honorable Emmanuel Kofinti proud to 2024 campaign no one mo share boss on be no be see dan no as at now obi ama ho ye assembly member na kasa ni school no e ko pair eye NGO bi so mo me support o ma ba ye bibia wi akasa assembly no e be pia na nka o matimi aboa na jadan yetimasi amankwala na nye ba be di asa o ma ba me no kasa ene de assembly nkrata keke kro mbetro de support wo mo no wo mo nsa entimi nkrata na ye enti yesre in fact ye bom wadin bia but ye gusu esre so wo hedan yi ni ade e wo ho ya ende ye tse school dan na bu salvation school dan abu amemo fani ne ba bi ntina enye wanwa because dan na se nyina ayiki adesrede ne de ma tempinifo nhwe na ye mu frɛ ya wo mu eye wo mine da ache no wo mu mpe ba bi papa ememo fani nsua de na se be da ache no so no ye ni ho no mu a ye nya wo mu ebese ya nan na wo mine no achimi akonanim asikafo on potem ho sebi min kase galamse de ba meka se mine adwuma ekoso e wache madonkro no bi ha mani kura no meti maka se mining site ahodo be se 20 eko 30 e wo kronim ba se wo hwe kura ye mine wo so sei na se bi nkwala ne kura bi timi dwane fi school mu ekokoye mining na se necessary nkwala yi ne ba bi ntena nsua de a na eya reko eya hometia e wo se mpenifo do mo nan si fom no mo hwe se niema betima ko enti minia pani Akua wadaroma we de fo no tumu mai na breko kunsu fa na no tumu mai na kwadwo paka enso fa na no tumu mai na ye hwe sa chema donkro na o kwa bibiri mu no sebi ye betimi anya facility papa ama ye maye nya ba bia tena sua de na ehoma sua nsem nso etima fa na ntuma pa de efra
eyasam na engineer fo a omusi se school dan no a edan mem de ana chese form na emre te se de waka no risky because don't wa dakrokra betimi akofa semo aba obedati wani nzo bi anu eden se de to kuma se hanre ebi to a betimi akofa sem bi de aba assembly member wo MP aban krachi pani na manfo ene o manfo ni nyina anamo ben ene o mutu dia fa ho se wo mu nhihye mu se da chon be relocate school no e de afiri atechenim no mu de akoba bi fofora na
Minya ba no kre 2025 budget assembly ni ye adonkro no krunu edi enim 2026 budget yedi bu ama ye be wura June busum we mu adonkro no edi enim eni nti se yesi yeti hoyi ye wo dayeson bi se wotena municipal assembly anase the member of parliament be bi e wadonkro no a na enye de ye ni daso because there is nothing planned for timamufu ewo atima donkro no ya de se de ne say the member of parliament na the common fund no obetimi edi bia den aba boa ma eniama koso but according to the headmaster no say so much strong character bibri akoma the member of parliament honorable Alexander Kwadwo Jare awoye the MP for Kade constituency but let ne ko omontehwe let ne ko omontehwe PTA empo ena ye ne ombetima ye bia enya sika omode top plywood omode check classroom ye form 3 for classroom na and oma wi afiri mu ntino ye dia ma form 1 ne form 2 for eni se nkenye PTA for ne mpodi a anka ebi anka school no se ne yehu ne nei no anka enya de anka sample but PTA na da roma awofo ne jide kaka kra nkwala ne ko school no mo to correction Wednesday bia no mo wabo no a na eja oma pension ba ko na ba bia ye no mo de akoto ke wo plywood ba ko no mo de akoto ke wo enya sa pa de a na aban no se municipal assembly and answer the member of the parliament pass or the BB the support school ni de oba pa wada roma atema donkro no wo mo nka ho
emofra so mo JHS 3 omo JHS adisuafo wie
yes
my last results and that is encouraging situation ya okay adisua ya den me mo friend timi manage pass
se oba kwa bi brim hanoma schools a pass first 5 atemado nkono Irish school e ka ho
I see
we are not on chen ya atemado nkono krum honom schools e wo ho no e ye miensa ye wadon krono presby adon krono RC na adon krono salvation that schools miensa we ya ban schools ni nano near otopi eya adonkrono RC wo ma resource na eya encouraging enkwala na bo mo modern and at first na nkorfo do mo mafi adonkrono Kade na wo mo ko school but headmaster we ne bae no according to one no trese for the strategies bi ne ade bia ba school mo no ma ama awofo na e wa adonkrono ne inform ma ne Kade bi so school ni population no as at 2 years ago na omundo 300 but then no omo ye 300 and above say population of the school na kasa so ye e kwosora amafo any G school no because of omo performance aya omunya after BEC results na ba bontino enti say performance na de eye performance na eye na mu facility no na eni ho ICT kura de ye nko se ombe hu computer je se omo de nkwada nyina eko obi cafe e wo kronim ni akwatiro me se we laptop where desktop, where your mouse, where your way, almost no matter about school. Because school na kasa mu light kura e bi ni ho no matter when you be say share area frano ICT abe ku fidie ye say na ICT.
Okay. Ya da same da se papa. Abusuan for ano owusu same ano owusu yensem training a ɛwɔ na to nkra edi free achima donkro no ye ben kede ɛwɔ kwa Bibre municipality ni mu epoemantam mu ɛde bre yenko yi ya bre ntin ka me bebi se teacher for ne nso ma ho keka te sen wo postu obi ba otena ana so de ni bebo ho na ateche no ne school dan a emmemu nsuo to a na adane gota nsuo nyina etiri famu no teacher for ne nso gene sen brepam no nya na yede no ebedi ehonkomo yede aseda be ma perfect charcoal and coconut toothpaste perfect charcoal and coconut toothpaste ye ka che omanfo nyina se no ane de abedwa so a yede twitwi yesen ye boa na ema yesini ye tekrema so ene o gam ni nyina ho ne die atumi afa ne ntoma pa efraye fluoride free fluoride bia enim emum ye natural charcoal ya bidie ena yede afra kube ena yede aye ne kama e wadwa so ba bia supermarket wo ukona so perfect ye toothpaste ni bia wonsa ebeka na mo amu kuma se amu pe bia to amu kwa ngunadwum ye afonkwanta filling station achi wa idwa na ewo na ya ngunadwum ananso se Kosi Keken Enterprise ye kase woni Sanda International edi nhwani mu enkrafo so nko Madina ukọ Ashanti Wholesale and Retail Shop o Madina wonsa beka dodo ahia frɛ 0541 545 653 and 0545 394 1280 so you did the Kwesi dom the busi sorry by the health and lifestyle of the so so bien kamunyina
Oyerepa TV
in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Ewaja obani sonson konkron dimo yet health and lifestyle ebro midin edi PSC ladi indina miakata kolafianku yebembio yebulika mema munyina che anopai yebedin komo afa ye oral hygiene ho ye num aso nano yaka se wonum se kakaye o infection ba wonum na wahwe ho asama nka etimi komo jani ma ekun. Yes, yene Dr. Osei Japan or a dentist or a oral surgeon or a implantologist and a ebedin combo or share a Juma si Germany and yene yebekasa for the mouth-body connection and the correlation between oral health, hypertension and diabetes. Doctor, good morning. Good morning.
Dear, good morning.
You invite you over. So in oral health and hypertension and diabetes. Track she because a track the one tell.
Track I said it's a connection brand.
Or the relation.
Okay. Relationship.
Yes.
We'll say one of the core factors of, let's say, diabetes or hypertension, okay, or one of the risk factors, inflammation. And oral health, we know say periodontal disease, it causes a chronic inflammation in your body. This chronic inflammation, it can make your diabetes worse. It can get you hypertension. So that's more or less the correlation between the two. So the chronic disease in our mouth, we say Ojushika say be am saying to tumoja, gam say tumoja. Obu na be na num no sebi na or bad breath.
And can one num.
There are signs of like a chronic inflammation within your mouth. But they say the bacteria causing that chronic inflammation, they also enter the bloodstream. You see, so when it comes to, let's say, for example, hypertension, that bacteria, they can cause what do you call it, cardiovascular dysfunction. Okay, they can. As if you actually the yenya pipe. Not in su efa pipe no na de bia me de abobon ketwa kakran kakra gumsa no it do sometimes that the diameter of the pipe will reduce, then you have to add more pressure to get the water through the pipe.
I say pipe for the be say abogum na na tie gum ebegum emutimi ye ketwa
emu ye ketwa so na we hear more pressure to push the water to the, so the same thing the bacteria causes like inflammation of the arteries or the vascular system, for example. Okay, so because of that, yes, intinum. So you need more pressure to pump the blood through the veins. That's one relationship between oral health and hypertension. Yes.
Bacteria no mwana ba wonum wan hwe ho ansamanka o mawura moja no
yes
o mbeko ntini no
yes
no makosisi kwan no
enti
ema moja no en flow ye
yes
it impedes the flow of blood through the veins.
That's it.
Okay,
because they cause vascular problems. And with diabetes we know say a chronic inflammation it increases the insulin resistance. And if the insulin resistance is increased, it means you have more glucose outside in the bloodstream, outside the cells. As I said, if this is a cell now, we need the glucose to come in to use blood like energy for this place to function. But if the glucose cannot come in and it's outside now, if nobody can come in the outside now, then the number of people outside it increases. Then it has an effect on the blood cells, on the arteries as well. So a chronic inflammation in the mouth.
Come again, which is a cell, no? The cell, the basic blocks of the human body.
Yes.
Blocks of getting it here for any in a building in panel. Here, I was a situation.
It needs glucose, is an energy producer.
Yes. And what did you was say, Hodeno, a babu genome, a rural cells, so near Jumano. Intimate room. But a DNA,
they take the intimate room, say chronic inflammation. Now, no say periodontal diseases, the bacteria then they cause an increase in insulin resistance. And insulin now, kebit me be put na glucose be ba inside no. Na obana juma no. After they put an intimin be. That glucose now they were cut outside. And we need an increase in blood level sugar also causes damages to the arteries.
Mamoja no. It's say wonum bacteria wo no. Ewramoja no. A cause inflammation. Inflammation ya honhono ana what is inflammation? How do we even explain it in Twi?
In Twi them.
Inflammation I say ade bi bowa. Mo se na honhono. nti ahonhono no bacteria no come moja no aman ahonhono aba moja no nti se wodidi a sugar na e wo se ba moja no nipadua na fa nipadua na de adwuma no ahonhono ba nipadua no nti sugar no cells no nti mi fa ne yesa na doctor kire
yes
nti e ma sugar kosoro so sugar no so kosoro nso a untiri no eno so
it disturbs artery so
mentiri no enya na adwuma yi
yes that it here
nti others in your between blood pressure and diabetes at the same time when you have periodontal disease.
Of course. And we know the three of them are like interconnected as well, because once you've got chronic inflammation in your mouth, or less in your body now, it can increase blood hypertension, can also affect diabetes, and vice versa. So diabetes also affects what you call it periodontal disease in the mouth, because through diabetes, the healing process becomes slow.
Okay.
It's a two-way relationship between diabetes and periodontal disease, for example.
One no tanya kaka no ave ho asabon kan bet me blood pressure cholesterol e bet me ma diabetes the doctor ekira no what diabetes nso a esan say diabetes wo ho umoja na say umoja no esikyire no ni pedua ntimi mfa ne ya e kroto ho emu ntam
yes
nti unya e kro wo simu a eno so bre ansa na emu
sanity like it's a correlation. I think at the end of the day, say it's periodontal disease is one of the largest chronic infections worldwide. There, honey, papa.
Same muyare no.
Yes, there's like the disease of the gum. And periodontal disease. Idea one of the biggest chronic inflammations worldwide. Honey, papa. And we've been talking about this for a very long time. Today we're talking about hypertension and diabetes. So Obi was saying maybe a heart attack. Okay. Walk hospital. The guy is okay now. He had not to medication, so he's reducing his blood pressure. But then he's not going for a checkup. Somewhere down the line, he gets a second heart attack. But maybe because of periodontal issue in his mouth, because of this chronic inflammation, I couldn't you get my point? It has induced a second heart attack, for example.
And oh
yes.
Heart attack.
Oh yes. Yes. There's a story I tell everybody who comes to my clinic. I used to watch medical detectives in Germany quite a lot. And there's this one situation, a 32-year-old Mexican, or Ponjuma and Okofiena, or Tony Beer back, no toy, if there's any fast food, no, or here, both. So the pathologist did an autopsy. He realized the periodontal disease, he had massive periodontal disease, and that bacteria, and I caught in Timu, and I good now come and one day he's gone. He's gone.
The doctor can't so what I say, Obi Mexico, and Mexico. Or when the ball come out, turn a drink, he be. Umunya support to ye. I did change with that damn. The autopsy nature say, the sea chinam no crew baba ho, once the one come on rat, Mujenu. I can't come a hosa, no Marco Sequine. I pay na ultimate home in a econo.
Sanity.
Now, dog who is a Ghana Hanum, I don't know. Or a dentist or Ghana. We knew how people come for checkups near the side and one day Ghana. Checkups about. Do we come for checkups?
Oh, say, you think that didn't come or no, now to kind of more or less educate people, because that's one of the things that 84.9% of Ghanaians have never been to a dentist before. Obi called dentist, not to be a BBI. So to answer your question, people come for checkups that are very, very minimal. Very minimal. They be Obi Bam Hona Musana, or say be an enemy first time. We were nebia Kakabia. The other days we had a patient the other day, and she had a hold for 1 year now. A whole year. You couldn't understand. After a picture a church and no, you educate Kaka, no what tears say. I say Obaba cleaning and so idea that's why I'm here. To more or less educate. It's a long process, but the mouth-body connection, I think we should really take it seriously, because there's so many implications about it. We've talked about a lot here. For example, with respect to breast cancer, with respect to like even pregnancy. These are all things that can be affected by poor oral hygiene.
When you might be cancer.
Oh yes. Yes.
Breast cancer, and then chaka.
We know the risk of breast cancer is increased by 22% if you have poor oral hygiene.
Hey.
22%. Yes, I'm getting.
Just say, so when you breast cancer now, apart from say, ebia genetically, wabushia biwo bino. So when no one ye na bacteria be betre mu a, ene so betimi ama.
Yes, 22%.
When you breast cancer, o hama bu pa duonu mienu chance say, ubetimi enya breast cancer. Edi ehu. Doc, so when a breast pain was say, ye beye check up away no, a bra ye se femfem, a bra ye twitwi ye sen, ye sen tu moja na.
Mr. PSA, I always make the example say Jare no yen twema hu enye fiase akojare. Yes, one open Jare and you see Jare. So it has and to check them at least once every 6 months. Don't wait until you have problems because and say na can am in ban no catch him say na that be ne car no the spark plugs I say like about a week ago. And no in time so at 10 o'clock and I can akojane of a recruit kwa no so. But call ye a check up and I can fix the problem now. He said, I can I also my patient said, dentistry is not expensive, neglect is. And to check up every 6 months. Every 6 months, you go for a checkup. Okay, if there's cleaning to be done, the cleaning is done. If anything is there now, then we see it beforehand, before it gets too late. Because it told me, another example. This one's got a hold for like the last 1 year. For Bantema, filling 300 cedis, for example. But she said, I saw you in root canal treatment. Root canal treatment, we are the crown so. And she said, out of 300 cedis, root canal treatment is 1,000 cedis. The crown is 2,000, I'm going 3,000, 10 times more.
1 year, I bet you go fast,
yes, apart from that. Apart from that.
Now, root canal, no, I can. The talk about Sahua. I know.
Also, root canal, no. The talk about it takes a time before it reaches a certain stage. Until them in enamel, no, a bit more your feeling. About root canal, I could draw nerves, no so. Then they say it's more or less near cum a seno. Ammonia, I had a hoto. Any root canal treatment. Until any say no, I said also, not then a cow. And I want to me and Danajo, giddy, uti, and a mama forever clinic. Obi baba na hanu mina ahuno asa na oba clinic
ye na friend kaka ni nyina ye friend kaka but there are different causes of
yes that's
yo ye ne Dr. Japan edin komo or implantologist or ye dentist or call Germany ni din eda hopa nti so say how a mention say so so enya how prevention is better than cure yanko na yanko he say ya kai was a kojak farmer omuna so producers of kojak pro code so when you cold when you flu when you kata e mawo tihu omnimu ya wo ya ho a hyehyehye unto se kakra bi na abofu kojak pro code num bia 3 minutes micronized powder wom ebema ho ato enti say ya yi sauki ahoto ebeba afi kojak charcoal toothpaste no bidie activated charcoal wom a eboama ose no ifi na e fite wo ho a say be ma na ose ahia I say I know what I'm going to say. I am so not in your home. But I go to the person so I say ever let them back. But the people that Emma, I say a few from one over there. If you say, and I don't want to go, you ask what you are saying to be, what is good to be. I'm a son of my way. I say, I said, the Kwesi. The whole rest I need to share it. It's really good to die and again and in front of oh, now, you should be the pin, you could have I say never go up to my pocket. 053106 9945 0531 069945 and a 053107 0020 053107 0020. Welcome to your grandma AI page. No, the summary no, and somebody in the big park. After we look, we should be able to look. We visit the one.
The chronic inflammation in the mouth can affect your body. The can say at least check up there twice a year. If it's not, brush your teeth twice a day. Okay, use fluoride toothpaste.
Chichu say 2 times.
2 times a day. And you say no use fluoride toothpaste.
Doc, my mum self fluoride no was. Me who will be was so not through part. Not through part. Also fluoride no causes damage. How true is it?
Fluoride, like everything else in life, too much excessive use, it's not good for you. That's number one. Okay. And then point number two, say, if you, let's say you compare Germany, for example, now there's fluoride in the water.
Okay.
And there's no fluoride in the water. We don't even drink tap. We can't even drink tap water. So where do we get fluoride from? There's also a lot of fluoride in the foods we eat. We have to supplement. And to toothpaste, if you're using fluoride toothpaste to brush your teeth, at least it's a supplementation for you. If there were to be fluoride in the water, fluoride less in the foods, or fluoride in whatever it may be now, then too much of it, would be bad. Then I would say so you don't have to use fluoride toothpaste. Okay. As long as we don't have enough fluoride, you have to use fluoride toothpaste. Yes. Yes.
Okay. That's it.
But near Maxima Junction, near Eja Hotel, on a location.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Japon, many thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yankopon shop Sanope Wabache, Dr. Osei Japon, your dentist, oral surgeon, and implantologist. Thank you. Within the PSL area, you change over, me move over, Kwesi Parker Wilson, or we take you over and all the more cross over a OBT agenda in a disaster. Encantados. Adios.
Yema Obibia Akwa Bebium Edeba Oyerepa TV so. Bibeyedi OBT agenda. That is Oyerepa breakfast time agenda. Now, there's one on the agenda and some not doors. Yeah, we'll take our time and break down some of the issues for your understanding. Oko Facebook app Oyerepa TV Ghana like a page, you know. I'll come and go home. If I can't the amount and the other pay. Sana send me beautiful lines now. Then we join a conversation with us thought this morning. And then we do come as home come. We do Santa my home come. So just stay with me. Medin Kwesi Parker Wilson. Or from a Parker Majoso. Now I pay the Mrs. Sylvian Cancer. Mrs. Sylvian Cancer. And run our deal birthday. That's June 14, and I do a birthday. We photo shoot in any easy cry. I didn't come and joke. Na come up, papa. And I paid there from myself, from Emmy, from Lydia, Mika crying, and all the others, Joe, and they are contact. Yamau, a happy belated birthday. I'm on course on Bohobine. You are a wonderful lady on course on Bohobine. Nanya, person we be ano. Omanimbremo. Amen. And I'm crying, of course. Money in our soul. You know my name. I'm a belated birthday. But it is Endra. I can tell you, you want to come up with your course, come dear. I can tell my piao and the anno pay. Ebusia. Tell me kind of pay a dear Santa my home come. Now, one of the things that Ababe told you is Syria Hospital. And I know, say, even proud to the elections, and another Babe Commission. There were concerns about the road. Matisse say contest Akwa road no so there. It's an open mason reporter ho. The Akwa assess situation. Yeah, there some cassette had there. Say BBC a the crowd woman no. And na the kan wasem. Na anope the crowd akwa ye be kan wasem. And na ye be di ho komo. There was a video by na sia about ohini bia. Well, I mean, the same question here also. It was Syrian Petumo baby. Making the point, you know, but of course, me bo video na mind. Now, the assembly member for the area, Ewaha and Nano Pay. They say, Tim Komona say, what is really happening? Then they see, and what's going to happen going forward. It's the Bosomchi constituency. Now, a year, Prince Kwame Educhum, the donor friend of Fabulous, for no and a year the assembly member for that electoral area now, Syria Hospital one. This a ye car, the Becca say on a MP for Sa area or on your MP, but Sa area is our jurisdiction, one no and a question or another pay. From Aquaba.
Mejosamu,
na Bibia Bokodia.
Erade Daroma, na we pa
Bibia de din. We assembly member.
Yeah.
We electoral we for say di ne di say.
Nkromi ensa ana na nkopon Daroma mesom wo mo. Sawia aboaso ana awium.
Oh, just Sawia aboaso ana awium.
Yeah.
I see. Me cameraman o no tibe unim no. We assembly member bamba and I say o twanjo. We real assembly member. Okay. It's no omom trouble on represent him wo. Okay, nice one. Now 3 areas now sumomo. Maybe I want hospital no eka or jurisdiction.
Me patro yes.
Syria Hospital eka.
Me patro.
Okay. It's as an assembly member no. You should say what in coma a cost about Syria Hospital.
Correct.
Now we are assembly member here. I believe I will say yo dadwini as to how our hospital, because if your hospital now say what is south to so what to Bantimo assembly say bit me call prepare now first of all, what do you know about it? Because then him say Manpeninda Danado work on your commissioning 1.5 years down the line hospital no is not working. Then now him found
yo menya pa Kwesi Wilson na me fa konye so
right
na me na wase na me sanchia Sawia hene na kwakwa mankwasa akode ene na wium hene tum foto prema hene na me chia na sama hene two for some man. Let me check on my munyina. The chairman DC, Honorable Engineer Abdullah. Much as we are man in a tituno some train and penny for him, Chewbia. And I say, no question, say hospital there. So we are for I ben fancy hold yena ye asase na hospital is so abreye pa ya tewon penten kwan so pa he say NDC for na share hospital yase ana abanse sambaye ana NPP baye no kwase mo so beto aso na ka ye nim se kom di be wi abie ama hospital no aye adwuma then so amana sa we say now can we be say na do aye former president eba bibie enokre Bread to abani wi yebe kanansa ama Excellency John Dramani Mahama akwa commissioner no ana obibie na memenda me akwa me sheda hu bi da se memenda ye sheda esa adwuma no kwasem ne se me assembly member e o da area ho se de work no menya invite bia
they invite to for commissioning of
that hospital no
Syria hospital.
Many invite yeah.
That was 2024.
Yeah.
Is there money invite too?
Yeah, many invite yeah.
Okay, BT.
Na I be card ya chama sade na koso no e hu asamate ase no crash no cre but ade chi memenda no dem hu se sesan e ba ti mi hu se ho na no MPP delegates a ho nyina hye mo ntade a omko ho ko sisi ho no sa bre na enche hu se car structures na de mentimi anko pa no cre wo mu se ohini bia ni ho a osi e ho
we are in be no osi ho
we are in for no be no osi ho
commissioner say
yes
obo se we are
na kokwa mankwasa akode
na kokwa mankwasa akode no wanko program na
wanko
we are sure
yes
adentia
sabe kwa na on kan
no but that's the reason why
frame phone so say mamenko
na nana frɛ who said memko program
emma ne himfo no bia nso nko
what was the reason
I don't know
I say obisa na gaso obisa
na minim but je na mi hunu say na hospital nye ready say be commission yeah
be commission we assemblyman e wo ho we do ni kohwe the state of the hospital at the time
na me ho that time na me call bibia is sabre na hia me pa me no ka say na almost substation you or ECG
substation
yeah I'm connected to hospital no
there is a substation but there is connection call what can say connection call what does it mean say
amon chekania no call hospital
chekania but
yeah
the cables no e wo ho na ade na
omo wire inside omo bibia
omo wire inside
yeah but amon connected e man no je omo no ba mo the generator na sika no de buy
wa mo the generator na
na do ne pen for bibia hospital
the generator on the power here program
yes
I see.
Ensure anyhow. Nepona ura hospital wa bebia na efu. Bebi kaka na on betra yon bibi no. Eho ana mkoye nsiesie. Enti eyame wanwa. Na chie na mu bie na hospital eni adwuma na migusa mo se na se na bie adwuma. Je Oyerepa obia no se yesi bie Oyerepa. Unhu we ka bia unhu me hu nurse ni bia ho da me hu doctor bia ho me hu abanjuma ni bia me hu hwe ho etem sabre
how many terms now are assembly members here?
My second term ni
this is your second term
yeah
it's moko election was it last 2 years
last 2 years
yeah and I'm course election so it's more 10 and how many
4 years
4 years
yeah.
So give or take 2020 now will call your first term
2019 na December the year
and I'm doing 2020
and 23 so 2023 na the year 24
oh okay
I
2023 and you are 24
yeah
okay so as assembly member for that electoral area it's one of your duties say we be follow say na be hospital no a bit may be na asha a man for within your catchment area and of course beyond and na mo be na we two ho as an assemblyman
hey and na mo de metu bi pa ohene Betua na mo papa. Aha kwa onye nsem nyade. Amane nyina manya bi wo ho.
Wonya amane wo ho.
Yeah.
Amane be na ya ho.
Aha kwa ho. Manya amane nyina wo kwa no. The brand na betua ba no na ye hwe ase ka. Ba be ye kwa no nka dwumadi na baso. Na me frame MP honorable Educhu or MP.
Yeah, Educhu. Yeah.
Honorable Simon Simon so former MP. Sabre no ya sentiment dem so afọ.
Exactly.
Na me no din sa wo so. Me mpanifo na me da o ma no na me somo mo oboso ntwe de. Na bitu so na mo pa. Okwa ye be kwa ye be. Empo bra me start press conference bi sabre na mu. Ama honorable Educhu frame me. No one crying. Mama did say me sha na office wo judge. Me koi. Me ne me mpanifo koi ma. Catch them that brain aka be 40 days to election.
Be 40 days to the election.
Yeah.
2024 election.
Yeah, 24. Yeah. I'm okay. Catch them. Ti uji di say e kwan we me ya ansana. Ya ye we ya na ti manim. Na sa bre of road minister. Ono ba sense boachi. I'm aware said that brain am no on Monday. Acha on Monday. E be hu say mfidie ba buku. But amaso. Ambaso. But MP, did he give you an indication say ono so 2-1 amount tina be say adwuma? Oh, ye nim de okasa bebre to anamo de otubi. Oni ezu di nkomo. Sebe o MP afro. Enya nkomo bia na ono di ya betima betna fidie kase so aka. But me hu say na otu anamo senka hospital no emie. Ehu di ntia ekobasa. Nancy, the minority for no call. Nancy, I think about last week or baby. Now, hobby, I brought my call. Name was a real Bama, Namin, Amankobi, one call, Pacho Dabi. Oma invite was a no invite me. Metino said, they say, more quavis. Emma, me come to me, Babacon. Now, we're a delegate, MPP, the friend who said, since in the matter, was there no crowd. I'm so okay. I see. There's a video about, and the reason I brought you here, they say share video and I share Sisiano. The next step, because they can't watch them, and what you are doing as an assembly member to ensure, say, passport in here. There's a video here about Bonting Nanzia, and it's gone viral. Or Hinibi was what say we are Hinidi. Yeah. And also the Nakoko. Nanakoku Amankwa Sakwa. Amankwa Sakwa, the second one body D. But some should say, be on a Cassiana say before the Cassia, but I share video.
We are Mijah. Papa, or my penny mama. Yes, throw yam penny for. Yes, throw yam pomodin. Yes, throw suburb more day. No baby's hospital. Yamaye. I must see who baby to do yania. A bay anyway. Ya mind who was one neck ye baho. A damn papa minim said damn papa biti ha. Yes, sister hospital say bisada. Namba bedru hana no peno. Miraho, papa. Miraho, papa. Ediebe boni ni aye. Ediebe boni eni aye. Dan ya wia. Ye betime nyampom din ahwe ye ho ye mpanifo ye mfie konkan. Ni ebe ma ye ma ye ni ebe duji na hwa ye ma. Na bra hospital si ye hwena no. Boni be ni aye o ma panyi mama. Mesre wa. So ti kase ye chia. Mesre free na rikoi. Bo modin be boa ye. Ye se hwia puti oja streso ekura etwa ho chia ni nyina ye huna mane. Yare sa enkoye mayen o ma panyi mama. O man pay mama minsu wuti so da wi bewura ho papa bewura ho na make say the esro beboye the hospital ya wie a betima je yaresa wom ama ye ma ye nanam ehu atowom the obi ama ho so agiseji obi ama ho so aseji se nurse say wo mobu kan so munya adwuma nyei se hospital yi koso a ye mie se nananum benya adwuma ye ama ho to eden abreye ti misro o man pay mama misre wa ti misufre ne tie ya asema ye ka kiro wiei na bomodi bra be ye hospital ma ye na o ma ye tete ye huna ma ne ye nyina ne pagya o ne de kodu za bia ye so bra be ye sade ne nsu nya abato ho mfaso ye hu se mpeso na ye tiso no ye nya hospital papa ye hia empomudin ya betimi akọ ho o ma panyi mama misre wa bua me tie mi ka sei na bua me yes so but ye hospital no ma ye yes so was a man ye no money yes so buy na odini
okay, nti papa yakasai wonim no. Na ofan wonim no.
Me ba choda we wonim no.
Wonim no.
Menim ne da.
Wonim ne da.
Me hu ne da.
One video we.
One video no
So why wine?
Minimum da fisi wo me hu ne da.
If you say wo hu ne da.
Me fa mani we hu ne da.
Matise so yenkoso hene wo area.
Minim se baby ofri na wo yenkoso hene de aba se wi de wo yenkoso hene. Minim se wi yenkoso hene. Se wi wo na me free. E ho na me te. Ho na matena bepim se mo hye me no nyam se me so mo se asame member. Ohene bia ni wa wo se wi a minim no ana onim me. Papa na minim ne da. Minim ne da.
But what is so yenkoso hene wo?
Mente.
Wonte. Ena me bo ama na say so yenkoso hene wo.
I was a ria.
Oh, say we are ne.
Oh, fresh area na omu tia obi an hwese onim na. Minim papa ne da. Na say we see mention Seria na kra say ofiri won ka say we say Seria. Seria. Obi Seria nko mention Seria sa. Esre so kwa na ko say sre so. Minim baba nko fa papa ne free am de ba say to wo hene wo ho so wo ye so ye. Minim ne da. Bisa papa no tie mi a omra na yehu no. Na de so mo hemfo pa. Ye so mo hemfo pa ibo hemfo pa. Omra na yehu no. Ye nim no.
But video, why investigation to find out whether Serbia or within your catchment area?
My investigation pa. Now one of my friend Bina was say I said officiase.
Oh, fiase.
Yeah.
And yes Serbia.
Yes Serbia. Na no kra no ka me penidin was woni de pa ma me. Busan say oyo hena na. Was won shada nim.
I see.
Yeah.
But he makes a very valid point to say. And should be so good Muhammad Tiso. Because so be here Serbia hospital. Na ya gina on that.
Mr. Parker. Na sa hospital ya bi wo so ma bi. Ana. So ma bi na so na obi. Na dia ya bi na san bi. Ade na mo se ma bi ama be commission si alcohol na bra yi bo ho.
Oh, I see. So me producers for name mom information be say.
Okay.
One of our team members there was nim papa no.
Okay.
They say friend Mr. Boama.
Okay.
Mr. Boahene, sorry, Mr. Boahene.
Okay.
Na owo eputuja.
Eputuja mo no.
Eputuja mo no. Na ba cho yo hene ana, I mean, was wonyo hene. Wonyo hene. Oh, okay. That's fine. So that's the information from my producers. Say onyo hene owo eputuja rada.
Okay.
Na not even at fair say eputuja. So nim nipa wa so nim pa. It's Mr. Boahene, right? Mr. Boahene. Owo eputuja. Very interesting. But I'm say he's made a very interesting call. And everything can TV so. He's made an interesting call, and maybe in the next 5-6 minutes. My reporter was say we are ho. Matisse say a now, so not and yet a kind of hospital one of a very terrible road now. I'm told he say the contractors alcohol. My reporter I will ha or anybody come out to establish the cry was asking me because my cousin and they asantuan they home come you ever come to me shortly because the things that's happening is I say yeah high say we are yembe afa yembia ya was antimemo yen and I bre. So I was asking the question that Papa Nembeki as he said you din you say Mr. Boy in the dean no.
Okay.
It's a Mr. Boy Henry will put to makes an interesting point.
No, put to assembly member number. Me free show you some friend.
Who put to assembly member number?
Yeah, me free show you some friend.
Okay.
Video is on my phone, so now me dey share.
Not that share to confirm it.
No,
now confirm it and let me know.
Okay.
Why? When Nimana, Mami who is sending message na me who. Now may announce what TV no so. Because we want to follow the BIA sentiment and they follow the come. This week till the rest of the year and they be following in Adiama Yashafo. It's he makes an interesting point. He say obe so good job amatisu because also a year Syria hospital my we assemblyman one day on this level.
Oh, me no adwene. I joined the His Excellency John Dramani Mama so beto aso mai. He say na ya me ya say ya boka dis kawura dim na e wo ho na say. Me no adwene. But na sen ko kasa sede omo e ba won bi kasa no. Mo fan to me gina on kasa me yo hene so me se. Nso na do bi na okasa man ho. Be boa me. Asase no so nya wo dia. Sase na be gina so no. Oti kokko so no dia ma se wi an se won hwe so. Eti nya wo dia na obedina so be boa me. The papa and I am one papa. Nana me come baby say. Ghana president. He says John Dramani Mahama. Blah, you're so in and Chen Obama share. Bujefi Beka say, Componochi I choke. You can't be a so. Woman whom what they say. Oyerepa hospital no be. No kwasem. They used to friend pa. Me ni DC, ni me peniful bia, me ni bia. There ain't what you might be brave. The two and a more concern. Yeah, far, yeah, course, yeah, latest near the day. But to see, I'm not as I said, now come. Enra, good contractors now, I didn't figure be go a economy.
Yeah, Matia no has but to see, I know. I'm, what say, MB before a year commission may invite you. And some are for corn or may invite you. We end this in.
We end this. Yes. We end this.
Okay. Why should we believe you say now? Okay, now you can that's a bit of a
oh, that's a bit. And this is when I mean you know for even come to from no me most of your NPP for me. So we are the majority of them in NPP. The other me try and talk as Thomas. Me be that. You say of our phone frame say a program say Kwame Brown on fair no minimas. Bien no frame. Obi no frame. Ebeka dey something ade achi me dan hu so kasi twem na dada omoye. Even enro ya press conference am kwa man tehwe me chini hu na me frame committee member bi say see na mat. O say no kra o. Obi no ma me invite.
We change come am say facility no are you ready? And they say be your man penika say or the nurse for na doctor for e come kwa yejuma. Wona ya assembly member ho. On bet my yejuma there. Is it possible?
On bet my yejuma.
A problem here about machines were home, Kanya or Bibia or something there.
Kanya no cry no say or there. Easy so on betting connect.
Yeah,
but on betting my judgment.
On betting my
yeah.
But it's a comfort bar.
A comfort bar. A comfort bar. Me am the many cock or here nema. Even script no can come on or come channel. The 9 bar could so.
Omucha script in the 9.
Come on and
the chairman
9 so. Name of try pipes or my linear wires need to be
how about the machines
in the machines in there? Untouch.
The wires and cables no more. This is our assembly member. A mom show a Ghana by cross board. Then I catch your penny, and of course, the end. This is also the end. Of course, your party in terms of your operationalization of a serious.
Me and this senior me crano major pennies and best organizer, coincidence organizer.
Yeah, and this senior. I see. I see.
Me and this.
Is that the reason why I say why relax say 1.5 years in here? And this is bad. 1 year say we are home. Why relax because I want bank to. Maybe so more by a bad name.
My say we are baby pa. Me adwuma me yo say we are no. Say me come to me kon wan kaminya because we have be amigina and be say we are. And come from me cry. But me some wo some pa. Me nipa ye, ni bu nipa. Me fa be me wonu hwa me ho. Me ye adwuma kama. Pa enu ti no monti me hu jai. Na wo kan bibi say dey na meka afa eye ba na ho ana say adwuma.
Right.
Me nsa da me say yam. Me nsa adam say yam. Me sre regional minister. Ono am Dr. Frank Amakohene. No kwasem. Oba yi oni DC and me party chairman ni penifo ye mobilize youth no oh bosomche youth Edonba hospital ebe sisi o kama ama koba se one president be kasa ma kwan bia so no se twene hwe na ye wa twem me frɛ no na me test no na me ye ni wi no kwasem mpopue bia me hunu am ye tene kyesa o mo ba nemum omomani si pimaye Ghana pani bia o hwe bibia na o chemi bia me dey say dey ma wo the oben president a bo modern na bona beti kan no say we are regional hospital na omo NDC for other room omo dey so be bo form shas ye adwuma na bidu ba bi na free power MPP for ba ya mo ntimi anwia amaye no afi omo modern so ba beto aso adwuma na esre wo misada misayem. The president crab is now in film and share. Nana nim. I can say, Confonocha choke. nti kwan bia so premier mu the machines e ba kwan so abesisi so aye Mr. no oche ade no bo ha na obo ha me president no daddy oche na me dem say o kan obeye eno mfidi a mahu say go hospital no say wi akwan so no e kire say oka obeye waka na oye na bripamu no meza ba opu masa ba fi ha biem
mate
fisha no pe me ba no bra no mo start kakra no o me the machines nya san go back to hospital
right
minim say be free be 9:10 be na no so be gidi because me o mo kasa ya o mo chese na gidi e ba sa me take pictures me dem dey send them.
I see.
No we say my
I want to confirm that because we want to establish the facts. I don't pay me Prince Kwame Aduchum. And very interesting also the Aduchum. You know want to the
Aduchum.
Oh, we use have one. I'm when you use have.
Office that channel office area.
I don't feel jachi okay na office. Okay. Don't have the fabulous area home. I've gotten messages confirming that we assembly member or me bishop na me head fabulous. But I want to confirm that because a kind of course they say very terrible, right?
Yeah.
Very, very terrible.
A kind of course on Kazana. Drew baby no. Minya sam kakra wa ho. He said sabre mu no. Say omo de kwan ko to hospital na chi. E de fa Kwesi fe yase.
Okay.
Wisconsin University ni so ni mo ha. E ko Kwesi ho junction. Sa kana omo boy no. And on the 12 year main in Namsenka, Mutimi Commission Hospital. Penifo bi ye omo hu se omo fie wo hobi ne omo ben oni da na omo direct at the call. And one bande main road
no.
He why na kota so kakra ubusa papa e oto onim. E wo so kakra ko video bi ababe yi ni nyina fi so. Ye bedi bronya ana ye nso mo ko break. Ana omo esi obi mbe. Kontata ba kwa no sabre no kana me ben omo pa. Me na me no mkasa se kru ni de mesre omo nyamra nsa na motutu kru ni minyame odi nyansa na ma me no nyesa ketna te chem na futum sa but never say on ma ko tan de da wa ha say
I see me reporter I want him to confirm this for me just in 5 minutes that fee ya wrap up on this conversation on Syria hospital na ya call ya chairman want to me a conversation is on a pay so Godfrey Ahmanizo. Hello, Godfred.
Paka, me ton count.
Great. Godfred, who jina hifa?
Paka, se angasa de mi jina se uwa hinti neni mo po ho na sabe mi jina ho anso na sai station. Omo mo pe ka kokrom nyina jina nti na bi angasa mi jina I free any station ho ma.
Can you confirm to us another pay say you said contractors are bar omo ye Syria kwan na Syria route no at the hospital one there. Can you confirm to us on obey?
Paka, no question is oje office we bar. And pay me 5 kwan so abano. Free junction now over branching from the main Busum road to the one the next community of one now cause the wire problem. Oba baby problem to me say o ma ye tuma kakra o hono omo the grade na 5 kwan so na o trap problem now do problem. School no all right on your left on your left you see baby a estate you on a horse so any more kakra o my fine na udu se work room wa who say me busa no mo chimi say best and run na and fidina no mo de ward that area ho ye mo de be fa ko mo de call that hospital area o share video na me de buy na o timi you could see say baby hono ma grade na mo de train ye man ko ne bobo the work me put time so ti make me confirm say no correct contractors not by fans but me didn't come over to now for say the main issue has to do with a final hospital until matching near man free problem any the work mo no e dia ko hospital area on ti paka there ma mempe omo mo ti economy bi ho na ye mu so mo say omo akasa de omo ni hu say pay for the empidie ni etwam akọ baby a omo ko akọ ye adwuma say negotiation with my say met many guys in Jakaza.
Nipa beg to be to confirm. Let's say happy.
I am very poor. And see, Pakade, me driver for the home. Now, you know, more Akasania Bison say, saying, starting opening or your driver or Hana. If you see Busa say, you have to say, or more than Pidia Bumo Panso.
Now then, none of you say, and none of you so moved Seriakan, but I'm not paying no. Who has Jabia or something.
almost ending no match the co hospital area mo
but me who is here
but I omo ye adwuma ofabon kwan mo
me who so mo ye
and the paka said the medical ka yesa or driver ni ba kon kasa obani uchika wa hana empayfo ami na nche contractor ba the work kwan so ba so the problem kwan mo ma ye adwuma kakra na ye bisa se my driver for mo we say omo ye adwuma mo we say ntigi na betwem
Enro nimre be man the website mo and I'm some machine to the trim oh a boss okay but me yan yes mo say omo level of plans be
okay and the paka said the medical ka no na omo ye ni omo kasa no kan omo say problem kwam wo de me ametinya confirm say omo ye adwuma o say e kwan na omo ba so da nti ai say omo ye drinks no na omo ye drinks ni we no na ka sen kombe fili na ka omo pile by no na ntnya nkoso by now no contractor na o ba kwan no asase a o faso se be level na o mati aguso but the work room an kasa de quota hadi quota free the work hospital no emu wakaka because we free the work be ko community and stand our branch akọ that hospital honom no na break do honom a the last time na president Akua Asiedua commission na region minister was say kase a break na ama yenti commission hospital now the beginning na on be akwa no I think say honom na adwuma no be start here na say hono on be ye adwuma no de do na free paka
girlfriend medasi no pay medasi eji assembly video ya o ha ye himfa yes ekwan bajak mo fa video no just na mbese me hwade nji hona omo yes akwa no to the hospital nje hona
me hu ye ne yes we di be wura sawi na nsamampomo no we di be wura sawi ye
eji we no is it before or after somebody you can
we after we no dey we before but the buy after enu no dey na
sa because somebody you can say in say me who portos wa dey no so
we in the hand of mamba no pay me benya na ha mamba
no mamba so ha no munyamba
David
but back on the makoso because portos nta bezam na kamno tusman ko portos na dey you can say ni say because that would have been a poor job on the part of the contractors
ekwan no kra no nyese odwi ho no say wo dwi so on say drinks na wa ye no ehon fufufufu
okay
ana oyi ho no
okay
oyi ye ho no sa na no pa no biwe me hu
mate assembly member but that's no pay 1 minute share camera we na fe na obeso can find any can afi ya rapia pa no pay camera we
mate yo mini apaka medo ase pa ni akonya kakrakase ya ode amame da wase emiguso esre aban ane ne penifo exercise John Dramani mama daroma mo mani rin fisawia kra na sawia ya yebi nsase tama ye yidi abo aban se on hospital no nyensa ketwa nyensa se kan esre no regional minister ATM honorable Dr. Frank Amakohene kodanya me obo adwuma masawia nso yinsan kan de miniwie se uda ode takra papa betima no president asum amana kai sawia yes ade na mai na efi na ekoya ye hu ensempa because enu ade me da pa ze mi hu fidie za aba kwan no so no me dai me na ko me na ho ndu ko na me ye late no ntino mesre na mi wie no me chia me am DC honorable engineer Hamidu Abdallah obojuma papa chia no ma chia na sawia hema na akwese abrefi Afrisa chia no chia ya manyina
Prince Kwame Edichum medase na no pay on your assembly member e was Seria electoral area hall just to confirm issues are aba na this said you say Mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye Seria a hospital na Emma and your monko ayi na ye wasantimante o say wo bantama say wo IPT say wo he say ye nyina say e be probably ye yare a e betimi I refer at the Akua, but if the hospital is not working we can't go then to pay. That is the clarity, that's the information for you. Now, let's turn our attention to one conversation. Moment Attorney General, Dominic Kayeni, I brought or they want to me quite in the bono. But the question we're asking this morning is that wouldn't me echo for plea bargaining? Sa plea bargaining, no. Attorney General, one jin tum, and I say managing tum. Yente the Attorney General.
Investigations established that though Chairman Wuntumi submitted the forged receipt to Exim Bank, he stated during interrogation that he purchased second-hand brand new, whatever that means, second-hand brand new equipment, and that the receipts of all the purchases, including the documents on the equipment, were all sent to Exim Bank. However, Exim Bank has confirmed that neither Chairman Wontumi nor Wontumi Farms Limited submitted any documents covering the purchase of the required equipment except the forged receipts. In fact, when our investigators went to the ground, they realized that there were some obsolete, decrepit machines on the side, tractors dating back that were manufactured in the 1970s, and that were not functioning, were the ones that had been placed on the farm. So this was definitely a grand scheme designed to defraud Exim Bank. It is clear from our investigation that Chairman Wontumi and his company, Wontumi Farms Limited, made fraudulent misrepresentations to Exim Bank with a view to obtaining the loan facility, and in fact did obtain the loan facility. The equipment they represented were to be purchased were never procured. The farming enterprise never materialized, and so no young persons were employed in Asare Nkwanta in the Ashanti region. But more importantly, the company and its director and CEO forged a receipt in order to deceive Exim Bank that they were in compliance with the loan conditions. These are not mere breaches of a contract, but constitute acts of criminality by no means a person than the regional chairman of the then ruling party. In the circumstances and the face of the evidence we have gathered in this investigation, thoroughly conducted by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, we have made the decision to prosecute Wontumi Farms and its directors with defrauding by false pretenses, forgery, and causing financial loss to the state in the sum of 24,255,735 Ghana cedis. This figure represents the principal sum plus the interest that has accrued so far. And ladies and gentlemen, by the time we file charges, which will be definitely after the Christmas break when we resume work, it might be that this figure would have increased because the interest on the principal keeps compounding. And so we will get the exact figure of the amount that is involved in this, criminal enterprise from the Exim Bank before we file charges in court.
Right, that's the country's Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayeni. Somewhere last year in December, now my briefing on Wontumi charges. Now Wontumi over 3 court cases are costs am no kase. Bakuya Sam boy dear no. Bakuya Tano the Moon Forest dear no. And at this particular one, the Ghana Exim Bank dear no. So why you need kakra Ghana for those of you who may have lost track of charges and at the bottom. Watch one page mami. Na Ghana so the interesting charges against Chairman Wontumi. Utie Attorney General Nekana Nedikan or say Wontumi kwaji loan Ghana Exim Bank. Na Exim Bank loan was about 19 million cedis. It's even before the 90 million cedis, the charge is here, sir. 1, defrauding by false pretense. 2, altering a forged document and money laundering. And 3, intentionally causing financial loss to the state into a ball mining car. They did kind what that bank, and then they toss me and so why you forgery at the account. Now, the details of the issue, they say, according to the charge sheet, Wontumi were farms. Now, Wontumi Farms, in 2018, Ekoje Bosia, Exim Bank, 90 million cedis. Say, or to assase. Now, Oyerepa. In fact, or say at the time, na wenya assase by 100,000 acres of land. How they be say Oyerepa. Njo say man sa sikano now or the Oyerepa no na ehona na your man no sa ehona 90 million cedis no ebe mo no investigators chere say asase bi ni ho sa per the charge sheet asase bi ni wati sa na at 90 million no bank can approve 18.7 million Ghana cedis and na omede 14.3 million Ghana cedis a share in some say out of 190 million, the 14.3 million cedis. Na fakwaye juma. Prosecutors say no land was bought yanto asibia. India a year tomato. Just say in the way be no. Wakaso beto equipment. Edi aye juma equipment bia yanto. If I would say equipment at all, you know. Equipment and omokoto wo asase no so no old time equipment. Again wakaso be fanko for na omaye juma mano. Na bibie no wetisa. So that is it. Na ose won to me. Oye pro forma invoice bia na a fake receipt. To draw down the because the 4.3 the kind man. And acquire forgery according to the charge sheet, you know. Or some acquire forgery. And now or 4 million na akan. Ghana cedis na akan. Or the kwaji can. It's according to Attorney General, coming in our boom. And then who interested, that's why. Instead of 19 million or so, you have 30 million Ghana cedis. So that is it. It's, you know, the charges are defrauding by false pretense, money laundering, and then forging documents. It's Usha Ghana memoir. The Criminal Offences Act in there very clear say defrauding by false pretense, you know, a second degree felony. They don't say so, and I say abino, and I say you won't say defraud, which I could dembe 25 years. That's according to the Ghana Criminal Offences Act. Forgery, so that's number one. Defrauding by false pretense, you know, and they're up to 25 years. We have forgery so and it's to be them up to 10 years. And as our money laundering, no, and they are 10 to 20 years. It won't to me charges are the credit the abandon. Now last week in a and a lawyer for some year plea bargain. Question this morning is looking at the facts and the amount. I will say I tell you generally you say on your plea bargain, and now any say on your plea bargaining. I don't pay. That's the conversation now. Me war Dr. Simon Boaten, where your MPP communication team member. Na me be no money in a not tiano washing in a doc. I come out to pay. Yeah, Boko Mihuna I wasn't feeling well for some time, so I went off kaka. But he said and you look great. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It's you know, maybe a swama ashafone one pay. You are Shanti Regional chairman. And now just say Asamatono. Now the question is simple. Or your plea bargain. ABC Debini say a penman plea bargain. And yes, I say the higher mighty in the society said it. Omofa you can be so jia buying sika. No more plea bargain. Na almost yes can lay jam. But many why it's a bonte ufone a chance you could banjia near the atom. And he say a penny. What do you stand on this one? Look.
Mini apaka dedi kan mecha woni wahwefo ni watiefo nyina. Na machia sentiment.
Right.
Ya sentiment ra. Your party mpenifo that party ya no MPP e wo Ashanti region. Na ni titiri atwemango be just out. Me party penin Yera Stephen Boatin ni other executives. Chairman Kuka baby a wo bia Asante Kuka ye chao. Wo brain ye. Mini apaka. I think say you are better informed. Baby auti nyomasi. Ye esene nipa bebre o background as a senior journalist and probably ngoma kakra wosuana wususu. I know say ensem bi say no say ba meka say sebi nya hote nyoma bebre.
Right.
Obia bokro no Ghana ha enye papa because I have read from other sources say corruption any other wing kwano every year accounted for 5% of our GDP.
Yeah, that's around $3 billion.
That is it. And
the Auditor General report.
That is it. And also near call IMF 3 billion. That's the maximum we have assessed so far.
Exactly.
I know na edge. And this say ADBS a year chrono. Yes, a chrono. A year chrono say ba. Ni kwan say o man we did agro. Ni kwan say party bia did agro. I was say a canon said ye canon. Ne home ra. Ye no said ye no. Because chrononia de ebo edi o manya. But Makasa had in a win so I was here very careful. because Ghana ha ye de ne yoye ne nkomodi ase nkofo bebre ani munyam nkosi hwe minnim nkofo bia ye de nyomo bebre ato mo so na ya horo mo wo ye friend say yimu ye bekọ no na ye nentisa
right
na benifo se bia yes say kodin 20 ro ana bia ahan bia to kodin sign ro bia be say wakodon wi a wo pese otete wo a wo be kan wo be kire mu
enyo bia na beti
that is it and untina conversations like this now was say very careful na yan say obidi I didn't make us want to meet Gina Brani or ye nipa and now what company near company no your friend want to me farms or no so me nyam ranim ni but they making kind free ranim for ni say institutions like that no they are considered as persons
yeah that's true
that company can sue and be sued and
that's true
it is a company no be at company it is a sabi Oyerepa adwuman ye papa wote na china bi wakoje bosia e wo Oyerepa din mu a Oyerepa an entity a ye fa ne se nipa na yetimi siu wo ye Oyerepa bone a Oyerepa nso timi siu it is a untimi farms akoje sabi sika bi a yes untimi na director say personally oyade bi a ese krono ana ye krono a there is no way I was running in it. But any quite say a fat BB to say, ade na institution na ye no company na ye no e won to meet na ye. And listening to Attorney General, me practically I see say as a once again me dey din so sa political witch hunting no cause because on narrative in nsem nyina no okay somebody original chairman of the then ruling party and so it tells you
but
say,
which is true they say not can it's a fact
oh yes sir
we chairman of the government the then MP
Adena own can say the owner of Untimi Farms because after all Untimi Farm and Akwa Jinisika and these are
but let's place on record say Untimi Nkwana a standard trial so Untimi and Untimi Farms and then one Thomas exactly good Untimi Nkwana fantastic just that one person the manager at the time yes or not in Wakemura it's in Menoka say still one we Gani
that is it and now Untimi or no any Untimi Farms
exactly
omunyani na
almost standard trial
right now they said maybe I midru ye no say ye near the political undertone political gimmicks ni be mo one here it ends up nullifying the substance of the matter na asem no ne kano na amaka na akoye MPP NDC na mo ye nyina ye tigana ha asem bia ye MPP NDC no ye twe ne tan oman no ne bre case dudu bia ye no MPP NDC no oman no end up losing virtually everything it did that side now the buy no na it was totally needless
I see
but then no ene yaka asem na duru baby ama Untimi Farms enye Untimi o me van say omo gina trial no eye Untimi Farms any adwumani ru a ye friend Untimi no see me pese me plea bargain na plea bargain no say asem no e ka na me de na me de ka my ready company na ready say mom entrance na nkan ye betua I want to say court obia de uka na say e ka no enye kwamboni so enye criminal yi nye kwamboni bi so no fa so je ya edin se court bi ade ne betum the end result be say
that is true
court bi be say
konekotua ka
because at the end of the day this is okay you know say over 24 million Ghana cedis
yeah
so we are kwan ya wo yi kire etimigu enti at the end of the day no sabi near the Eradi Mpengu minim sensi but ye wura Untimi for near the nakotum maximum 4 years and advance 3 years nan ebia the party about buy ya the first year ye nyai no said ye sedina ayi tamakuli na 24 million say ye no kre menyi ni say ye no kre 24 million no say ye no kre say oboye krono a na sabi wafa no ne na busuafo no modi. It doesn't make sense.
But that's not just a civil matter.
Good.
Because you see, there's a criminal element to it.
Element.
Especially when we share charge sheets, say, forgery, and defrauding by false pretense. There are other criminal offenses acting. These are very serious offenses.
Very true.
It's just like, say, so be at me, Bob, said, I walk on. It is just normal busiamba. There's no big issue on this matter. But because of the criminal element in a woman, as in forging documents to acquire the money, including defrauding by false pretense. He makes this a criminal matter.
Fantastic. One. All can ask him no can say me this ye ko ye ko obegis ka say or the koto machines. Ye ko no machines in obsolete.
My machine or some machines no check here na be 2018 2019 machines because they go and new machines are just say you turn a brand new machines there. That's the point he was making.
You see,
who that machine that
who defines brand new an old machine? Eti onu kwa na sem na oka no wa ma answer.
But what a machine boy say that I will say
that. Na machine ye dey adwuma. Me makoto me machines. And am the machines na ye adwuma 3 months. Mba jo dey say. Na wo ba na machine no hu atiti. Na wo be ka kire me say machines that wo as well, you know, unless probably they tell us omo the mechanical experts echo assess we no and no cramp no won't me can also put a defense measurement to be the mechanical for aba e ebia me machines no e hu people say this is the period that me G's can me toy minimum say me cannot just
but 100,000 acre of land cost so according to the charges and then attorney general and no so ni ho
share Messi
100,000 acre of land.
Messi
what do you find show bottom?
Messi prosecution. As a journalist, me nimse wako courtroom akodi ahibia.
Right.
Wo nimse prosecution da bia omu prosecute asem omu ka omasema. Enipa no prosecute no omu man alias. And this bia for example, asem no ye rape case one when is Mobwati sebi alias Mediu. Just to paint you and cite you against the court and police for no strategy to make sure that the court gets angry with you. Oko community no ye nim say nickname no say your chrono na boy when Elias like Omukasa. These are tactical player prosecution and no court. So saying some of these things are part of the game. It doesn't make sure it doesn't say any partner can once no what different. These are court gimmicks.
I mean dog, but no yeah because I mean we are not by any stretch of imagination suggesting to Ghana for say want to be default Debbie. A charge sheet. A court in the bay establishing whether so default and also different. You know, we are not suggesting to anybody say yeah penifone can you know what default the answer. But doc, let me just ask you this one now. The Gibala Asiedua, the traditionalists, the herbalists, the farmer, or behavior or head now of pay. China watch but Baba do Gibala Kwaba. And I'll bring you in. But maybe some final question to Doc Nafe. Memory going. So Doc, the question that Obi say very simple. Say, maybe I want to make Tanasia. And you know, in criminal proceedings, they say full disclosure. It's what prosecutor, what evidence will be an so will be a prosecutor no, what hunya de. It's ebia ohunwa ade no hwe si bi ensem no kon. You say, we dey ahwa medem. Nti dem amekotia na asem ni flow. Omo makasa no, ono mba ya adwen say ohwe bedem nti no, obeso kotia kan.
Another angle nso ye. Ebia na nya medem, but then nso ya daji say nisika say
that is also true.
No, that's
also true.
Nti mimi nso metenase ya na mehu say da bia me court na me don't forget say untimi or pre-national wage
chairman.
Nti ohwa daji yenko yemra ne ade then let me settle them and be free. Nti another angle instead of so be dwini say obedam ti na oja tum could also be say ono so tenase ahwe hu say ya daji say ti ma mentua na it is not wrong because ye yinimu 162 over 30 162 CA over 30 but just say I am ma ho quite at 1079 num nyina no o makeke ka ho nsem say sa plea bargain no enti empempi ni na ko so sabi obi yesikani nti eja no it's not because of eja no ebia na sikani no access to lawyers na me sabi ni minuanu bia ye ni lawyers no na ye ne ade ho akogina ye nya obia obetima interpret yin ke bia nka obanche ne yemfa wontum ebia nka akokọ ne yemfa wontum but ebia lawyer we nyanti but wontimi no ba bia ogina nti ebia o lawyer ya kire ne mu ze wo akwanya we eno ze mada ese mada age na otwumi enu bia no na ya bekimi enti to cut everything short no mama mi ntwe sika entiamra because yemra na ye it is say aban no beboa o man ya na say ye no krese wuntimi agye sika na ade na oka so de kwa wanfa anya munye sika man
omuje sika man
because
the entrasem no so
anya sa wan hwebo akwa say sedina wan wani ya wa be ya say Gabriel ne nkofo ye ni baby owo mi bisa okra wo baby owo mi wa court say enfa
yes so police and then prison
but dem me na da ye
sanom see
is logo ndan papa bi as say wo dem
and I'm happy to announce to Ghana for say the member of parliament for Menchia South Madam for Ejebafo say in the coming days you know Omwankasa they want to go and see baby mama na so dance a woman ye nyina be hu so dance a woman so dance a woman so a ye magana for nyina ati so mo kono so ndem a transmission betena ha mo magana for hu say said nam time akuna in the buy no ebusa o dani fi e na odwe no wonda eye insawo ba Gabriel mama bra so no pay doctor say and I'm off be in the buy agree say o mani hiska you don't want to me go through the criminal proceedings now or say maybe I that you say it's you know which is true monji musika na yentwa case is this something that we should encourage
Bible Bible
ni Bible wa Baba when say it me I can easily get
Matthew 5:25
Matthew 5 verse 25
Mama nja woni watie for ni ahwefo
okay just there
mempo mo chawo se macha gakra
okay
oza me me yire pa nyi nete na otu kwan gakra na eza me buhwede nkola ne ko school azana maba ti umfa ncham
okay it's in Matthew 5:25 and it say settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court do it while you are still together on the way and your adversary may hand you over to the judge and the judge may hand you over to the officer and you may be thrown into prison. And I don't know.
Therefore, now me kwa asole no. Once me Obama president, now me YSU president. Me call Winnie Babs, now me say evangelical coordinator to Winnipeg prisons. And I'm best be a Bethany Church International, the whole national youth president.
Okay.
Nti asole ma kwa. Actually no uze ni na me a pure traditionalist. So ohwe nsem na ye kana. Enye se obi tan untumi. Na se obi tan obi atuni esi untumi so time. And bia meka se na omuwa ben won. Emra woni odno gwakwa pia contest na me support untumi.
Okay.
Na ngofo ntia se na wo support untumi na se untumi ekoso ayi regional chairman. And bebu ama NDC etime nya more seats e wa Asante region. Etime abo ama se nya more votes e wa Asante region because na mumuye na mu otu bi a wotu no. Se ohwe both physical and spiritual aspect ya e boa ama NDC afa no tuma pefra e wa region mutumire mu eye campaign man pa ama o wini nso de no wo ye nyina zo anya okoso aye ya na paka embenifo wo etia yesi se wusu se obabesu won nkola abrema onyina usuma no nkomo aye die anya se bia obi a okwaje bank fo besia enu wontimi ntua na yesu ngotio eye chairman antwebosi ako an address no yesu ofri contacts wo hwa na background
contacts yeah of course
wo hwe
charge sheet insane
attorney general asem no weka kana me ka asem kire se eye akrutinga aweni ene slim side aye yi omon yinum se sport na kurazi kakra wo kraman a opu na opam na ochia wo kwa hawia woni problem ene sa ni pam yenu yedom akodwina yinum se adwuma de amom no huebe enu tama yentwa 4 years ni na MPP for no aye ni o gidie se ye wo opposition ye hu se fumfa fumudi pesa menkumunya se gaso hantan eni enso ade eni etranton na se emubedu de ya do makoto prisons
but every 4 years no
and yeah
we expect say nipa be 10 in prison
and it make me ma and me ma kan ma hu se e wo bible se ebi be prison be negotiation e be pacha wo kwa so better than the day no e se omu wie wo prisons
right
e ja family doctor shebi won me say won and this won me find nipa bia den entum because when you asema ye kan eye me ame bra chairman Jibozi akwa me ye campaign man against ordinary is me ye campaign makukufu so that me can say me ye campaign makukufu the ko ka obo be ha adwen say me ne free be kwa me de obo ye o 2020 emra na mo fa mo fe to do once one be say game on there onyani so hwe enkomo na ye di na untumi a Jibozi akwa ja tumi say wa fa sebu akwa so ye ke sebu akwa so a akwakwa na nse eni tie kona fast ade nkrata bi akowura bank bi a ye friend SM bank ajo musika a enye kwampa so enti emra attorney general kutin nkrata on the 15th May say me dey na court no within the next 2 weeks na afedi wo patcho say minia ene mbese me this
there is no evidence and no patcho
the plea near there there is no the plea near jejemu ye
no me chance but say what case or patcho say asam na buy no say or patcho
me say plea near there
they say of course or plea or sre or mo say
na sre near there nya chawo pay na make me no be dey pay another word plea bargaining a chow panasa me sre say ade amaye no me enie me dey ba akura se makamenya nwe
I don't chese wa ye bone
I just why born.
Exactly.
I was force one year born here about na ye attorney general some our kind na make be. Was say untumi document a we dey say one in the board chairman for a meeting to obeje besia. Sa letter no ekoi asana na ye bi ne farm no ye man ye bi.
Yeah.
When we say my register my farms. Me dey you with the farms. Ah me guso my proposal be bre me pem wa me nya bi. Untumi de ende hunhum no na ye meeting ama board ajatum asana ye bi ne farm. Dia attorney general actually say dia dia untumi na se bia kwa no say sika na ogie ya waso de be ya phone untie ka 100,000 edahin masa nya sere semu say 100 wakwa ida
according to prosecutors any be
and say dia onko wanji wudu wa gira wanji a wotra methodist school ni kwa de wani hwesire mu no asase da ne betima duru so da make na waso ga say obedua buru amangwa say driver ama ki ama abura ama botton so eden ama attorney general say okay so aton video minu ya zen video da bi wa ya chini sentence nyina ye hu ba bi video den egu
say they old machines in the
na video ona zan dia se na wo ba hwa kwanta kura oda ne nche bi sisi obi die sisi wo re na ach so the make na ye hu ba bi se wo je video mu na attorney general say so you proof for invoice.
Yeah, of course.
Me signs of head of science yeah, and yeah procurement. Yeah, kwaji invoices so the make na. Invoices are chema want me akwaji ye no. Wadana ni say receipt. Na odi abu bank na dey agiscan. It winim enya scan asem na ye kan the you know, sebua the tactical agreement setter with me yes enkola besua. And there some ye kan yan say en go do court. Dem ma o kan bible go do court. So to me or lawyers. Many as oh multiple cases ni say what no go copy wa ma bem bi. One was multiple cases. No for gokufu. One am the baby. No for Simo Semensa. One am the baby. Was say was some samurai boy and the 3rd July. And the mass appear could be working with for me free as I catch him. I don't me brand on way. Me penny on free. Was working with and the 3rd and Eddie Moore come as under the men can number for instance. And I'm saying do a woni na dam go for a dance and all the money free advice. Was not because 1 year. It's do a woni na dance and no bone pa. And a win so e down with me as I open national chairman. It wa hwani pa. Okoji ka so obedua buru. And then ko chairman constituency chairman fo nyina so obi anu bi won constituency so when proposal so we nipa 633,000 e wa bra ban pay kura 800 na say wo yan aban nyina de abo bracket etiminia said ye wotimi nya wokuduro na ono a ebie ni station wo tewo no wo twampanimfo da pa no wo kasa basabasa a wo de call the spiritual realm out with crutches ma wo yi anya ade a de wo nanim ye ne ma papa na wo se obepe national chairman
nti mayenge
and nti ye nya no
nti mayenge scam
ye de scam
Thomas
Edubos Akua Asiedua.
Of course.
So Johnny. It was first can go to go first can make church and Grand. Any Aduma. I say you didn't tune
Baba Gabriel. You see, we yes now. I mean Mukasana then the Attorney General is being a bit inconsistent with one principle.
Attorney General one being
yes I to one.
Let me tell you. Oh what's wrong?
So yes I to one.
Mobabe.
Mobabe. What catcher say? On mining yeska. It's a cases be ananke work court, including Dr. Dufodi. Woman is 60% to Omatiaka. Into Dr. Dufodi, no Cassie. Will chair a car. No what they ever Ghana. So that is the same principle. You want to make the car. Let him also go.
Okay, we'll be on one didn't answer Koji as well. You find and we'll be on Numa how or year Juma. Woman, okay, will be a name. There's a Juma from what 8 years. I think you're defending the case, and he had a case.
The principle is same.
Oh, the same man.
The principle is same.
And that's only general. So I'm so this.
Me too.
And then it's on to me MPP. Want to me follow us on my yard, you know, I'm going to next 30 years. I'm a babel. Not on Zunya, on my pre-bargain.
I see.
So much American.
Isn't that a waste of taxpayers' money?
Waste, me say, want to me.
Money boka because China you're coming, but money boka. It's also 13 billion with interest. Why? More money in 13 billion.
What really component? We have grants.
Say your hospital no way. Yes, can say idea. You need all the
components now. Yeah, we have the grant aspect and we have the loan aspect.
Me too.
They say the end we good.
So trading now together with the interest.
Once we are charging our page 3 now. We say, Sikana waji was I money laundering. Money laundering is a Pakasi was just kind of without a paper package. What the Gumaso Wale. It's a little man, an insurance company, you are blocking.
Yeah.
Yes, you just can be the echo. The TV in the minimum and I can hold ya. I don't have a game. The end of Mutum Radio and TV. Some are quiet.
I said, not for lines.
It was so we are doing the only trick is also local license. Those are calendars, the end is only a trick. I drink Cassia, you meet you. But me, the minimum is there. Minia, to minimum running Kwan Gosiase. I dove my half to Attorney General. Any sequence now, or Conan. Yes, that is what you run him. I'm better than him. And I run him. When you go racket is removed, you be a pay. And I'm a sister was reading him. And the Yin Marco. Naminia said, to me, a dumb. When ya crama or minor. A big addition, politicians there. When you are doing your documentation, and what you know, say, what them with you, first of all, Chrono, Conafas, Quaso, Achisicaco, you might as soon as will be pretty. Now about Bema, okay, another corporation near the Ogas, Ubetia. Sanya, the Amina, that gives you better my quality to be. Mamika Semijo, me banker, the following years, banker is a mini advert movie, and I may apply for loan. It will call a scanner them accountable. No brush. And I'm a comedy against the scanner, I may apply in Canada. I see. And I say, free, and I'm going to be one banner. So I say, of course, I'm going to be. I was one to one of the mammy when you have one at 10 minutes of winning and the movie at the night. And we use music. Let me yes, come again, let me cool take Ruga, and we do as once a branch. And of course, we use that of 20 times. And I want to say that video, the woman at work in Yasma, no manager now. He's in this young crowd, who appear by there. Now, when you come on, when I could be, I don't know the Yard of Eddie or Bencha, Minia, it didn't pass. Yes, when you get up, you would be a mechanic, and say, Campaign said, get your party, I will go to Corene, and one of the way I did not open a your chrono, some of you, fast. I dear, and your papa, I want one party within. So, what we are open? So, what is your chap? Why should be not what done him? One young near, if you need any movement, Matty. If any person will be another, I know pa say indeed if any movie. This one to me case here, I'm fully aware of that. It's I'm fully aware of that. Say if any person movie. It's we shall not pay there. Yeah, 12 mamo. Doc on the other hand, of course, on mining his car, which I agree with Doc. So mining his car. It's a beya Yanje Yesica. Now, asam no. In any case, there are other 2 cases I will. I'm not sure between or come once. The Jessica, we are. I don't know. Now we are some Gable on the other hand is said, you say, your man in 30 years or 20 years so. Never be on the credit down and find the credit too. Where do you stand on this? I'll be activating the phone lines for you shortly. Then enjoy the conversation. And I'll me can food you wet healthcare products at the amount. Sebi when you know I am black akana one the measures of the fire true what vision capsules in it and a bit wow. Them will be 40 years and above, and I see a lot of time who are 40 years and above with prostate money here. Check it now. Pay Ebiana with Johnson and buy ye and I say flow near very slower. Who been here prostate I feature what for her and also be born. I'm more joint forties for her. A wire bay Ebiana or underlining joint pains be. Arthritis or a personal posture we are for a joint fortis in the super boy pa almost lady fortis for her and a man I'm which you come and shut down no we saw no super boy and more active core cleanse and with more like a detox for you and also super boy I don't pay oko kiwa or for the men's about her Lancer chemist for her and a market square
you know be ndo bi ato ewo ho call eye Ashtown eye Danny Farmer any Colina Keba omu nyina ewo ho na wo be duma eye Benny Chemist Coastal Pharmacy ne Promise Herb and or yase here or your party or pa FM yase here oba be ato ewo ho I'll pay for true word for on 0595 5H2 628 0595 5H2 628 and at 0558 724 302 0558 724 302. These are the numbers to call. Nafe when you're more ending and come more. Ebuja mami activity phone lines and man pay now enjoy the conversations. Me share time, you know. Quickly me for about 6-7 calls been after you wrap up. Not with the final hours of Doc and then Gabriel. Like I say we are wasem. I catch him and want to miss kana. Also so tia na yamano kwa manintia. And we should kick against it. Yeah, hello, good morning. Sorry, we didn't so too bad. 0594 192409 0322 497 264. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
About your first and everything.
Yes, friend, Isaac mentioned you. If we must say a buafa and a board, I say.
Great. It's your pay.
Me pavicho, me chemo chifu na the American na say the open cano. Tama won't me be manu yes cano. Now fi which yes can mean si one. Now yamano asa papa say one could them. Let's say
on chess and code them. Hey,
on tia can mean simple. Oh yeah, yes, man, never new.
I see. Marty, point has been made. Let's make progress. Yeah, hello, good morning. Oh, too bad. Young Connect corner. So, yeah, hello, good morning. Yes, sir. Oh, what's happening to the lines this morning? I don't know to anymore. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, I am Frost and everything.
I'm a friend from Ghana. I'm from Fancy.
Okay, but you're to pay.
Scanner Omunji Scano. Omunji Scana. No much interest account. Omojano.
See, and you're not interest in Ghana, Jano, Mate.
Won't find interest in Ghana because Ghana for the year Jima Capas about Ghana since Monday. Ghana now interest no we calculating in Alamunji, so Munji scanning in Alamunji interest in Ghana.
Mate, Medasi. Let's move on. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
About your first and everything.
Efremi ya omekase fi nkoko.
Great, ya yeti wa no pay.
Mesremu a madam fu bi koto okuku. Madam fu bi koto okuku. Where nya kama fu to dansa won be pem ne. O dansa won koko krati o. O to koko di sika na fam akuafo. O da so dansa won 10 DC aban. Ye wura ton mahama. Temu ni na mu jai wu to me. Popori atako na mu jai wu to me a. 2028.
I see. This is a serious threat against the government. Anyway, hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning, Paka.
Yes, sir, good morning. Oh.
Within the Razaki, I don't know if I'm now good Allah. The Dwabe PMO had entered Nana Johnson, and Paka.
Razak, it's you.
Paka. Honorable Bright, incoming time I have entered with you, then. Paka, you make an say, won't to me. Ah, I know so to chest, you may even chest. Then also to chest. And if you can't be Paka, you beg you by pleasing the dear, yes, the order that out. Oh, my thinking them or come your dear Yaman. And be won't to me, dear, 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 also oko.
But so when you're judge, when you're judge, Razak, when you're judge.
Oh, me judge, but me, Paka, me, the church, Wakata will take me. Paka, and Penny Fortune or personal, I am for. You dear some of the same city, and just some way you want to walk street. But
as I said, I mean, and Chelsea will differ. It is only a court of competent jurisdiction. And I bet me boss I want to be differ. And I say on differ. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
If I check first and everything.
I check for my niece and a free film cry.
Great, my message to you. Oh. When's the so? Oh, but your pajama cry and I yantiwa. Let's move on to the next call. Yeah, hello, good morning. It looks like the lines are not really working in our favor, but yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. You're first and everything.
But from Baden, me fresh man Kesim.
Great, yet you.
Want to me ask some. Me, Jamie say, Scandinavia, say Yeji. Minimum, say a punishing, because any down or the year. Don't say no dada bank no cages cano. And say action as well. Because they are too much. And people who bet about to say, hey, you're corrupt, you're corrupt. Sana mimi just can name punish
but Sarah make no case in case so we don't know whether say be at the end of the day court in the case yenjano na physical na also be channel na ashegu it ye be idea na no aboaye. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You was your first and everything.
But your friend come here because I think go
come mpa akwa ba na pay
that now. Na many type of program pa kind of correct.
Yeah, that's it.
Me phone when you want to be here. Papa, I was test can you get? It's almost there will be the atom. And I said, yeah, what to walk out. Now I found the walk out. If the atom na see what's on your face. Yeah, at the moment too. It's kind of maybe I think not yeah at the mama. Well, we 24. It's a my walk at them. It could be when every and the whole master the MPP NDC. 24 said the a basic account for 1 year then income. And when I was here discount. Yen discount yen. No one for him and almost putting me in a
Mate, that's it. 2 more calls now no pay. Yeah, wrap you up on the conversation. Yeah, hello, good morning. Otieno, but I'm from Amuntimo. Why? Yes, ceremony, dear ma. Miss Assembly Quiaka 25 years ago, share with you. Still now, Ibuso. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
We watch your first and everything.
Steven again, because I feel to Zoya.
Okay. Steven, it's you.
Mamma, someone say, it's WFOC. Monday, a summer between ya, yen to me, and Cabinan, and Mumbai, my quantity and Kama, and Amansan anime. Did you make an say, or won't to me as a mediator? She can say, Munjai Quaram for them too. We say, we are far, we are near, send the whole arm, and Mofana, but no one champ, a better can get a corruption into us here. And if you can say, is Canadian, she question in Yana. She can come out, yeah, fan to move, who says, oh, but deal man, so I thought the different a man sort of for Ghana, she can't see, you say. You can't forget to come in came for him to learn and send a home in Timber in Banana, you say. Then this young man, Papaya, to one, say, my penica,
because our partner with default. So let us draw the distinction. But Stephen, Medasi.
His lawyer told us to pray for him. That indicates that he's a fault. My brother.
Yes, sir.
Even the lawyer has come out to tell us that he needs prayer. He should be jailed 15 good years so that it will serve as a deterrent to others. Chama want to be a criminal.
They will even pronounce it, I mean, a verdict on him. Now, Senator Mekano, you can't, as for Montiasi, Asamno, a quarter, ye dear Samno, ye mwai, it's nobody can suggest to anybody, say, Odifo, and I say Odifo. And to say Asamno, I go through the trial now to its logical conclusion, as we see. It's in for now, he's not guilty or he is guilty. You know, either not guilty or guilty. Ye nyang do ho, and no I say, or so ye plea bargaining. It's in a man we say, yan funny to me, whining nano. Ye nyan do ho, yan castle before, so into my entire sir. The course in the BCA. Doc, what's your quality? A month for fire.
You see, what's here in common? I say a month for the buffonia, but Emra Sem no nebuvisemo. And I have already established here. Okokota, these antics, ne Elias is no, it's me manko for buff, but just to cut the court, to make sure say they get what they share. Mammy Miss Asemba, yes, he me. Eddie in Krata forgery lay, forgery, and the Koji loan, Exembag, Yigna, Yaji loaner, who G loan on in process outcome, right? Exembag or money auditors, loan officers, due diligence, ban on me.
I know Untu was very powerful on that.
So
you should understand that. I mean, let us not play the ostrich, kind of question. So you know Untu was very powerful. So at this, Untu to me, I saw their cost of Copello also one farmer. Now, people were powerful than Untimi. You see, so at this material moment, you know, Untimi Gina Bank, and I was saying some element in Exim Bank. I don't know, I agree. Nagana Sika Kamu. I agree. Some element. I think they should prosecute some officers. That is it. Exim Bank. If it is true, I guess I Untimi as political figure. I want to say, Yesika Bashim, if indeed it is true, say, what Yesika Bashim, maybe just say, Mama sentiment, ni emotions, ni Nantonche. Na Yanka, there was here because Mekachro will be the cat. Nese one on father, coin this one a criminal, you soon a G. Now I am in local court, no court would want to prosecute that. The Bayan is a Conaco Jusika. That is it. It's a pre Jusika. That's the best thing. Doc Menassi, give up. We'll find out what trying to men try if you as an American want you, one of them was say, who trying via you can't summon, and yes, can't summon you. Chrono Subwa for quantum corner fast. I was think of a problem. One airport from one of on board my chrono. Almost Yamisro, some aboard no go up yet, my bomb of Goku, about regional minister. Say, I entered a yet a mount to me. Baby, you're trying and you saw there's a more can you didn't in your papa. And the idea is can be an anti. Chrono is a work on document element in the Thomas and you was a white. Who's done? Why Chrono drink? Chrono goes accused to create now was about from my age which me to Chrono drink Ninian again. Edminia, Yanka Chrono Samono. That's can be also a better now. What is the issue? But what do you give a better? What is it? You can hear the beer. I can. Let me know. Can hear. If you have a Matia, I hope the mark of Mutama over here. Because you only say, I give a medicine. I was a big drunk at the DNSO. I had the apple. A common sign. If you were baby, I will. So, what do more, more, so, baby, I will ring piano. Untrust woman and I yet. Yes, sorry, I'm sometime will touch upon a sports school, no, the want to us. I mean, I'm more a china. Another day, not the promise. And obey dear, you see her chair. Kwesi Parker Wilson. There's a message that's coming. Or see, perhaps the farms are located in his empire at Agric in my area. One maize tree, one air condition. Oh, you should go there. No, you should go there. Yes, I hear TB. Say you should go there. You should go there. And I know. And I know. You see, MPB ko hu ye. MPB ko hu ye. He didn't understand. He was so upset about it. And MPP, no, who da a few months ago, and I call no hu ye dying. Oh, who dying? He was so upset about it. And be sure. It was for Anopedia, Dr. Simon Watson, MPP communication team member. He's my guest this morning. And Gabriel Asiedua, the traditionalist, herbalist, farmer, the man with two wives. Oh yeah. Was I a teacher couple? NDC Bekwa Consortium. Yeah, we had watched Tuesday. They were saying back with another edition of Good Morning.